Good evening, and welcome to another instalment of the Burning Blades, where we take things absolutely seriously.
We should say something really hilarious before we record every single time from now on.
I
Just catch the fallout.
just try and catch me out right as I begin. Why not?
Yeah.
Do a Mercer. So, last time you reached the city of Elturel, last beacon of law and order in the world of Faerun. You were taken to meet the High Marshal, a rather weary-looking and put-upon man who seemed to have his days filled with settling petty disputes between the various denominations of the city. You arrived in time to find an argument between him and what appeared to be a priestess of Bane as they left. But through this, you were able to learn. You were able to jog your own memories of the name Ontharr Froome, your potential contact for Leosin, and you've learned that he was ensconced down at the Black Antlers tavern, which is kind of like an adventurers hub within Elturel, down in the Docklands, the lower, less well-to-do part of Elturel. You headed down there. Well, you kind of split up. A couple of you went to Rogar and Gortrek went to collect the dragon eggs that had to remain outside of the city, whilst a decision was made by the High Marshal, who had decided to let you bring them in. And the rest of you went into the Black Antlers, were quickly fairly clear on who this Ontharr Froome was, a loud, boisterous, silver armour-clad paladin, sat with a couple of companions, a small, pale, blonde-braided dwarven lady, as well as a large, dusty-skinned Goliath, similarly clad. You also managed to ascertain that Leosin was staying at the Black Antlers tavern, despite there being this rule in the city that taverns and inns were not allowed to operate under the same roof. But after convincing the bar staff that you did in fact know Leosin and he was expecting you, he came down, spoke with you a little bit, introduced you to Froome, who was quite eager to have you regale him with stories of your exploits against the cult. Telling Leosin about the eggs, he insisted that you stay with him there at the Black Antlers and bring the eggs up into his room, into the chamber that had been put aside for him for safekeeping. And as we left off, I think you had just explained your goal of finding some form of teleportation from Elturel up to ideally Myrtle Hall, I believe is the plan, so that you could get to Bryn Shander that much quicker, and then on to Kelvin's Cairn. He quickly informed you that your hopes of finding any form of official teleportation circle in Elturel were nil, but that he might have some other alternatives. And we ended last session with him asking if any of you knew anything of the Zentarim. So we'll pick up there in the medium-sized chamber. It's a medium-sized chamber, but with all of you in there, as well as the eggs taking up quite a lot of space in the corner, it does suddenly feel quite cosy. It's a fairly simple, it's what you'd expect in an inn. Various animal skin rugs thrown down on the floor, small cot in one corner, little table, a couple of chairs, chest of drawers, pitcher of water on the table, that kind of thing. I think your Skyrim taverns, more or less there. A fire burning in a hearth against the far wall, as you're all kind of clustered around discussing this, and he's kind of leant in sort of conspiratorially. So, what do you know of the Zentarim?
I don't know.
I don't think I know the Zentarim.
How would we
Can I-
know if we
Rory.
Can I make a roll?
You can,
Yes.
Rory. I would say do a history
Someone.
check. Rory, you definitely can. Rogar, if you wish to, yeah, I'd say that.
Am I still? Have we gone to sleep here? Am I still disadvantaged? We didn't
You
go to
would
sleep,
be
did we?
because you haven't been asleep. However, given your background, I think you would have advantage on this. So just call it a straight roll.
Okay.
Could Gotrek do it as well because he's got proficiency in history?
Yeah, go on. Okay.
I don't think Rogar would.
That's
He's
fine.
too. Yeah, so I'm not going to bother.
That's fine. Okay, so Gotrek, I'm afraid you don't. This is out of your realm. It would have been a higher DC for you because obviously your history has been more focused on the history of dwarven culture, the dwarven holds, the various conflicts of the dwarves. Your history knowledge of the other lands of the Sword Coast isn't as thorough.
Minimal.
You feel like you've heard the name before, but you can't think of a context for it. Ruri, luckily for you, the DC was quite low.
Nice.
Because of your past in Waterdeep. So you know that the Zentarim, originally, when they came into existence about 200 years ago, they originally presented themselves as a mercenary and greater mercantile organisation throughout Faerun. But in the Zentarim was their official name. They were also known as the Black Network, and essentially was a cadre of relatively self-serving thieves, spies, assassins, and roguish magic users. They initially were indentured by their leaders to serve dark gods, namely Bane and Cyric.
Right.
You've heard those mutterings. It's that they're not. While initially they did have this front of being a mercenary mercantile organisation, it's anyone who has anything to do with like the murkier side of life in the Sword Coast. It's pretty well known that they are not. So basically, they're also a bit more better organised than they used to be, a bit more disciplined. They are probably the biggest organised crime network on the Sword Coast, with reach all throughout Faerun.
Oh. I know who they are. But so does Leosin, is this related to that woman who has a Church of the Black Ant?
Not to my knowledge. I'm not familiar
I'm
with the
just checking.
priesthood here in this city. This is my first time ever being here, and I've not been here that much longer than yourselves, really. The Zentarim, the Zent and the Harpers have long been enemies, quite bitter enemies. It's circumstance that forces this alliance, nothing more. It's important that you understand the information that I was able to gather, as well as the attack by the cults on Greenest, has helped convince those in my organisation who were initially reticent that the cult does pose a growing threat. And as such, in the last 10 days, frantic work has begun on forming a united front against the cult. He does give you a little bit of a meaningful look at this Grishnak. Not like isn't like a glare or anything. It seems quite earnest. But you get the impression that he remembers your comments to him back in Greenest after his rescue.
Yeah, shoot him a day, look.
Does a little bit of a looks down with a little eyebrow raise and carries on. The Zents have approached us, wishing to assist in any way in impeding the Dragon Cult's rise to power. I can assure you, I trust their commitment to this cause. They have as much to lose from the cult's success as anyone else. Given how much they value material wealth, arguably they have more to lose.
So just to be clear, that the benefit the Zentarim are gaining from this alliance is purely the defeat of the Dragon Cult. You're not
Continued
giving them...
existence. No. Yes, they get to continue what they do. I have no illusions that once all this is over, we will go back to being sworn enemies. But
Well, you'll have help.
thank you. It's an alliance of convenience. And while I generally don't trust them as far as I could spit, in this, I do trust them. As far as any dealings in regards to combating the Dragon Cult goes, we have to work with them. If you are comfortable with this, might be that I can get you some transport. They have already been helping in such a regard.
I'll,
Don't bother me.
I'll turn to the boys and sort of do a brief summary of the Zentarim.
Montage.
So yeah, you're all made aware that.
Montage.
So it's essentially what I told Reed. They're an organised criminal network. They're like the biggest organised criminal network of the Swords Coast. They had quite dark origins, like literally in terms of. The early leaders worshipped Bane, worshipped Cyric. If you don't know who those are, then obviously that doesn't necessarily mean anything to you. Spies, assassins, thieves.
So my first thought, if this organization finds out what we are transporting, it could be very valuable to them.
Yes.
That's an issue.
It's possible, yes. Like I said, I think they have more to gain from stopping the cult than they do at trying to backstab any of us.
I'm not saying they could. It would just be annoying to deal with.
Look at it this way. The dragon eggs aren't really of all that much value to anyone but the cult. And they don't want to help the cult. So you're probably okay. Maybe you're right. Maybe they would want the eggs for their own end. If you would wish, I can make sure that I can omit any. I'll have to set up a meeting. If you should, I'll have to arrange this. It'll take about a day to arrange. I don't have to say anything about the eggs. I can simply let them know that we have some agents in this venture that we need to get north in a hurry. They don't need to know the details beyond that.
I mean, to be fair, if they've got a front going on anyway, probably don't want to be running around with some massive fucking dragons, do they?
No, exactly.
If we had to travel with them, I would like people that you know. I would not like strangers.
I would be lying if I said I knew them. My contact I have met only once since arriving in this city. I'm afraid it's all I can offer you. If you wish, if you wish to take advantage of any kind of fast travel. Otherwise, I'm afraid it's a long road north.
Well, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, boys, so let's have a talk.
Let's see what they're offering and if they want anything to trade for this.
Like I said, what they can offer is I know that my contact has access to a mage who would be able to teleport you there. I know this because this contact has been providing that mage for others in my organisation already. In this last 10 day, they've helped us move a lot of people around the Sword Coast very quickly. They will. Sorry, you were going to say?
I was just going to say, and you think this mage will know the runes for the circle, for the runes for Mithril Hall?
I know them already. So
Oh, okay, perfect.
it's simple enough, just transcribing, and he does that. Boom.
Okay.
Yes, as I understand it, as long as somebody knows the destination runes, then they can. The caster does not need them memorized; they simply need to have them accessible.
Cool.
I'm probably going to need to let them know in advance that we're coming.
That you know Mithril Hall better than I. It's generally a bad idea to appear somewhere unannounced. So yes.
Aye.
Yeah, definitely got trick. I think that's a good idea.
Who would I need to contact? I can't.
Grand-
Would it be grandfather?
I would say. I mean, you could, if you want, you could do me a really quick like intelligence check. I'm not going to say. I mean, go on. You can do a history. I'd say you'd have proficiency on this anyway because you're remembering someone from where you live.
So wait, is it advantage or?
No, just do straight history. 12. No, you're not. You're just trying to think. Do you know anyone who worked within the hall of reception, essentially, at Mithril Hall? You don't. But obviously, you do know people at Mithril Hall you could alert, just not necessarily anyone who's directly involved with the teleportation facilities there.
I think I'll let Mother know.
Okay.
Mom!
It is. I should warn you. They'll probably want something from you. The Zent.
Godric's like holding onto his armor, like they ain't having this.
No, nothing like that. If I know the Zents, and certainly based on my one interaction with this contact so far, they're probably going to want a favour. They like it when people owe them. You know, vague, non-specific things that they can call in down the line.
I don't like that.
No. I have enough debts as it is.
Well, it's your choice, of course. I would say, depends how far down the line they call this in.
Would they trade maybe information for the thing, or instead of a favor?
Maybe. Depends what information you have and if they deem it useful.
I'll take out the bad dragon poetry.
I mean, aren't we doing them a favour anyway, getting rid of the dragon cult?
You might be able to convince them of that. I'm just giving you a heads up based on the interaction I've had with them so far. Even
Okay,
though we are meant to be
okay.
working together, they still seem a little bit on the opportunistic side, shall we say.
Cal, do you still have that guy's head?
Aye.
Which guy's
Okay.
head?
The dragon man that he killed?
Oh, the Black Half-Dragon Champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's starting to smell. Quite bad.
Because it's the head that he put in that guy's lap.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't smell good right now.
Like, okay, so keep it in the bag, first of all, most importantly. But second of all, maybe once they know that we're actively, cutting them down, maybe
Did you speak with
Rogar
Dave
can persuade them.
already?
I don't recall anyone casting Speak with Dead on that particular...
No, I haven't.
I don't think he can.
Well,
To be
no,
honest.
all he needs is a moving mouth.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
You
no, the
can-
head doesn't have to be attached to the body. It just needs to have the facility to speak.
However, he
Does it
would.
have a larynx?
Oh, I'm not sure now, actually.
Can anyone lip read?
Hold on. Let's face it. Where's the picture of the guy? Had he got a long neck?
Ah,
I love how that's our bar of realism that we've hit. Like,
As
yeah,
a vocal.
everything else in this role playing game's fine, but that man can't speak without a larynx.
can you? Someone want to do a medicine check to see if he's still got a larynx?
Oh, for God's sake.
I'll do
No,
it.
it's still cool. I would say, if you wanted to, yeah. I think as long as the head, the mouth, the tongue is intact, magic deals with the rest of it.
I nearly went straight to, oh, the tongue's intact, but I thought that was a bit far.
Well, you did anyway. No,
Do you reckon we could, like, it sounds really weird, squeeze it for information?
that is really weird.
So,
Yeah.
Well, like, so if we could, if he was high ranking, we could ask him some basic questions.
He can lie if he's predisposed to dislike us.
Yes. Well, who
someone-
killed him?
Rogar.
Rogar. So don't get Rogar to ask the questions. Get someone
Cal
else.
set him on fire.
Did I?
Yeah,
You did, yeah. You beheaded him.
So get someone who didn't kill him to, or get
It was
yeah.
it was an attack of opportunity.
That fucking guy. I remember.
So maybe if Rory asks the questions and asks really nicely,
But you could go speak with dead,
Cal has
zone
to
of
ask
truth,
questions.
suggestion. and then slap him about a little bit.
It will only answer Cal. He's the one with the spell.
Yeah, it has to
No,
be the person who
should I-
casts the spell.
Oh shit!
It does.
Wait, would he? Sounds really weird. But if Cal dressed up like a cultist, would
Hold on, could Rory not disguise me?
No,
It's
not with.
disguise stealth.
If I dressed up like a little Dutch girl,
Like, you get what I mean,
Mate,
though?
if you could dress up as a little Dutch girl, you could probably get all kinds of things in this city.
Bruh.
In fairness, I've just read the spell. It says the corpse must still have a mate. It says fuck all about larynxes, boys. We're good.
But no, if you,
what's the point of this?
well,
Yeah,
I was,
why are we making the dragon head talk?
well, I was going to say because if they would take information as trade, what if we find information from the head and then trade that? Or would that is that like a total bollocks idea?
I don't know. I was hoping the fact that we're killing them would be good enough for them, to be honest. We
Let's
killed
just-
some big people.
Let's just, rather than making guesses, let's just swing by,
and see
keep
what
it cash,
Yeah, they're coming tomorrow.
Keep it
so-
cash. Okay.
keep it cash, fly casual.
So they said then, is that what you're saying? We're just going
Potter
to.
can't play casual. He
Put
can't
the head back in the
play.
bag now. Put the head back in the bag.
Oh, but you got me to get out, and it's all squishy.
I know. I specifically told you to keep it in the bag.
It's all squishy. Ugh.
Yeah, I
Out of it.
think the plan of action should be show them the head, maybe show them a dragon bone as well. Just be like, look, we're getting shit done. Are you going to help us or are you going to get in our way?
Yeah. Maybe
Maybe-
Rogar should do the talking.
With the mask. Try some intimidation.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Why don't you do that?
Yeah, boy.
So, you'd like for me to arrange for a meeting then?
Yes, please.
Very well. Okay, yes, I'll get in contact with them as soon as possible, and then hopefully we can meet them here tomorrow night. I would advise being ready to go, if you choose to, if we're able to make an arrangement, then I imagine they might want to do it there and then.
Yeah, do you stay ready? You don't have to get ready.
Exactly, and then that means the less time they have to hang around in El Terrell. As you can imagine, this place is particularly stringent on such people. Well then,
Okay.
I would rest of the evening, rest up. Any business you want to take care of here? We have tomorrow and...
Do you think it's cool if I go downstairs and play a song?
Yes, of course.
Cool.
Yes, just try not to be too... Well, I'll come down with you. I mean, if anyone wishes to stay up here and rest, by all means. But I imagine Froome is going to be drinking with his companions for several more hours. Usually takes them at least a couple of hours after closing to finally get him to shut up, but...
Well, to be honest, I could go for a nightcap myself.
Very well. Anyone who wishes to come back down, come with me, and I'll. You don't want to just walk straight into the main lobby from the staircase. You see, they don't like it when I do that. So we'll try and be a little bit subtle as we go downstairs.
Cool.
Is anyone staying with the eggs?
Godric will stay with the eggs.
Okay.
Okay then,
Rogar will go downstairs.
let us go. So he'll lead you out of the room, and you get down the staircase, and as you get to the bottom of the staircase, there's like a little kind of downstairs landing. And from the noise and hubbub, you get the impression that like, the door straight ahead, the two like double doors straight ahead, probably bring you straight out onto one of the bar rooms. But he actually takes you to a side room that then leads through a smaller little, almost like an alley within the tavern, like a short, narrow little space. Takes you through into one of the smaller bars around the back of the building. Because you remember, it's like a large square with actually the bar takes up the centre, with various rooms placed around the edge of it. It leads you into one of the smaller ones, and from there back round into that main middle room where Froome is still sat, pounding the table, laughing to himself. Probably some joke that he's just told. His two companions sat there. The Goliath with a fairly neutral expression on his face, just quietly sipping his drink, as the dwarven lady kind of giving him a bit of a side eye right now, but with a smirk. And looks up as you enter. Ah, Leosin! And your adventurous friends! Come on, join us. There's much drinking to be done yet.
Who's this guy?
You've not met him yet, have you?
No.
He looks up. Oh, and who is your dragonborn friend? You've got a
This is
noble look
Rogar.
about you, sir. Come sit, tell me about yourself.
Just awkwardly, like,
He's
okay.
Leostin's friend.
I'm Rogar Grimfrost. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
As he stands up and he clasps your forearm in that kind of most, I was going to say very manly handshake, but let's not gender it.
Yeah.
Pulls you in, claps you on the shoulder. The pleasure's all mine. Ontharr Froome, Paladin of the Order of the Gauntlets.
I give his arm a little squeeze, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, like,
Kind of looks down at your hand and just kind of shrugs. Anyway, sit. I'm sure you have many stories to tell me. Your friends regaled me a little bit with some of your fights with the dragon cult. Barkeep, round of drinks on my tab. And you see the dwarf who was down there earlier, just kind of still polishing. You're pretty sure it's the same mug that he's polishing, or at least smearing dirt around. Just kind of rolls his
it's
eyes.
this one clean mug that he had.
He never uses it to serve drinks.
Yeah.
Fine. You may mimic Froome, I'll get your drinks over here. Sorry, his accent's vanished. Yeah. So he, as you all kind of gather around, here, Tarek, give me a hand here. And he stands up and they grab one of the empty tables nearby, start dragging it across the floor. It's making that horrible kind of scraping, juddering sound across the floor, which causes some of the other patrons in like nearby rooms to look up and pull some chairs around. Come, sit, drink, let's make merry. Who knows how much long we've got left to do that, huh?
Yeah.
Claps you on the back, Rory. Quite hard.
Like, what the fuck is this guy? Who is this guy? What the fuck is that like?
So I'm gonna go over there. Awkwardly walk away.
What's wrong with your friend? Did I offend him? By the way, Rory, he says it's loud enough that you can clearly hear it.
Okay. And I'll just like start to stammer. I don't, I'm gonna. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna go into. I'm gonna play a song, sort of walking around in like a loose circle, not really sure where to go.
Music, brilliant. I like a song to drink to. Make it bawdy, will ya?
Okay. I'm gonna use this as a chance to use my other new thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not for a mechanic reason, just like flavor.
No, of course.
How many bartenders are there?
In this particular room, there's just the dwarf. You saw earlier, there's probably a total of 5. There's the
Okay,
dwarf, there
so-
was the half-orc chap that you spoke with earlier. There's the 2 gnomes, and I think there's a half-elf. Yeah, I'll say
Cool.
5.
So I can target 4 people to this because that's my charisma modifier.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do the dwarf behind the bar, and then I'm gonna do Flume, the dwarven lady, and mainly the Goliath, the big guy that's not talked.
Okay,
And I can actually play a song if you want.
go for it.
Yeah.
It's a minute long. I wrote it to do this.
Do it.
How's that? Sound good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. The storm's been coming for a long time now. I didn't dare to hope to see it with my own eyes. Now it's here and I don't know how to get you out of the sky. I'm stranded on the ground without any wings. I can't disperse the clouds keeping you from me. It's rainy season and I only want one thing: to ride that storm out to sea. To ride that storm out to sea.
Take some DM inspiration.
Oh, that's fucking good.
God, how many people have a bard who actually writes and performs a song?
Thank you.
Sam, really ate your heart out. That's brilliant.
Now the forever bard.
Okay,
Forever part.
so yeah,
Very
you definitely get their attention. The Goliath in particular does look quite enraptured by a performance. And when you finish, it's that kind of Froome looks a little bit. Yeah, he wanted something bawdy, and it's just kind of like he's doing as usual. He's thumping his fist on the table, but it seems a little bit more functionary. Whereas the Goliath just kind of stares and doing like a kind of a slow clap, not a slow clap in that kind of to a sense, but you just get a feeling that this guy does everything slowly. And the dwarf behind the bar is kind of nodding along, kind of shakes himself out of the reverie as you finish, and just kind of comes over, and as he brings the drinks round, and just gestures to you with his thumb as he brings the drink table. His drinks around the house. And goes back behind the bar.
Nice.
Yeah, boy.
What ability were you using with that as well, by the way? I mean, obviously for flavour more than anything, but just for curiosity.
It would have been a charisma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I
Is
meant
it
in the same
the,
when you said you were using one of your things to target people.
Oh, sorry. Enthralling performance.
Ah.
Yeah.
So good. Doesn't it charm people?
I mean, technically, the target idolizes you. It speaks glowingly of you, but they didn't roll for it, so we don't have to do any of that stuff. It was just more like,
Might as well, man. I mean,
Come on.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
I want to see Froome enthralled by you.
No, it's an ability. I mean, this is the kind of time that you use said ability. Yeah, wisdom save against your spell save DC.
Which is 15.
15. Okay. Just go with. Ooh, this is where I wish I had a stat sheet for some of these, for like the bartender and all. I mean, the bartenders. Yeah, we'll go with that. Go with that for the bartender. Okay, so the bartender rolled an natural 20. So he's not charmed. He's not charmed, but he is impressed. He did like it. We'll say for the paladins. Well, I'll tell you what. That can be Froome's. Okay, yep. Froome. Yeah, I'll take it back. So Froome does seem very impressed. He's actually, despite asking for a bawdy song, he's sat there kind of wiping a tear from an eye. That was quite beautiful.
Yes.
I haven't heard a song like that since I was a wee lad back home. Oh, you got me all weepy. We'll go for the Goliath. Yeah, why not? The Goliath, yeah, he's just kind of staring, just clearly very impressed, silent. We'll go for the dwarf lady. I think that seems apt. The dwarf lady's just sat there, just like, yeah, all right.
She's on the guys forgot trick.
I mean, she seems more interested in her drink right now, to be honest. But she doesn't seem. Yeah, she's suitably impressed, but not really. She's like, cool music. I can take it or leave it. Oh, you got to warn me before you're going to do something like that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Flume. I'll pat him very, very gently on the back.
Anyway. And he blows his nose very noisily on a little handkerchief that comes out of from underneath his shoulder pauldron. I can't fake doing a nose blowing sound without blowing out my mic, so I won't. But you get it. Oh, that was very good. That was lovely.
Yeah, mate, that was proper good. That beats the bagpipes any day.
I think after it's done, I think Rogar is kind of emotionless, but he'll stand up, kicking his chair back, and just big clap like in the middle of this bar, like over the top.
Big, massive Dragonborn hands.
Yeah. Nodding like, yeah.
Oh,
You go.
oh, that's nice. I'm glad that worked. That's such a good first time to use that as well.
Yeah. So, as you're sat around with Froome, is there anything particular that anyone wanted to talk to him about?
Oh God.
So, well, you have a moment to think as he dries his eyes, slightly tear-stained around the edges. And the dwarven lady looks up at him. You've had too much to drink, Froome. That's your problem. He's like, shut up, Morena. It's very moving. You've got no soul, you have. Anyway, and he's kind of perks up a bit as he takes a big swig from his flagon. Looks at you, Grishnak. Yeah, you're a big man. How'd you fancy an arm wrestle?
Oh, you'd never ask.
Brilliant! And he kind of starts... Morana and Tarek have to suddenly kind of grab their drinks aside as he goes to just sweep them out of the way, and he slams his elbow down on the table in front of you.
I just plunk mine down as well.
What should we say? A gold piece? 2? Could make it interesting.
Oh,
50.
50.
I slammed down 50 gold on the table. 50 on my man Grishnak.
All right then, I like it. I like it.
And then I'm going to arm wrestle him after, and I point to the Goliath.
Goliath's just, as you say, Goliath. Oh no, I could not. No, I would not want to. I could not harm such an arm capable of playing such beautiful music.
You're right, you can't.
I don't understand. But
Oh, look at my eyebrows.
Miranda just, kindly pats him on the shoulder. Hey, don't worry about it, Tarek. Don't worry. I think he's just joshing you. Okay. She's like, come on then, let's do this. 50 gold wager.
all right then.
Okay.
You know I am stronger than I look now.
Oh, so am I, my friend. So am I. All right then. So as you lean forward, grip hands with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is going to be a series of contested, basically. I'd say they're strength checks. We'll go with straight strength checks. But I believe you do still get advantage. It's not specifically athletics that you get an advantage on, is it? It's any strength check.
Any strength check. Yeah.
Any strength check. So yeah, it's just straight up strength check. So no proficiency, but you do have advantage on them. And it's... So I'm just trying to think ahead. So it's obviously... It goes in stages. So from a neutral position, you've got to win 3 to get his arm all the way down. Third one obviously being getting his arm down to the table. Obviously, if he gets a couple on you, you've got to get a couple to go back to being in the middle.
Yeah.
And then down. So we'll see how this one goes. All right,
So
then.
+4 then, since we're not proficiency.
Yeah, but obviously you do have advantage. Yeah, cool. Oh, helps if I actually put the command in properly.
I'll loudly start talking about the time I saw Grishnak rip someone's arm off.
And as you start this, right as they're getting ready to begin, and you start turning his tail, and Froome does look over to you, and there's a little hint of concern in his eye. But he just kind of grins, takes a big swig from his drinks. Right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, come on.
Okay, so as soon as you begin, he does it. He plays fair. He doesn't go early, but you're almost expecting yourself to be that much stronger than him. Kind of feeling a little bit cocky. You start off a little bit casual, and you are suddenly surprised as he goes in hard and manages to get your arm down to about, I want to say if that's like 90 degrees, he gets it down to like just above 45 degrees. Okay, second roll.
Fucking hell, you are stronger than you look.
Don't I know it, my son? But with a heave, and he strains and resists a bit, but with a heave, you're able to get back to the middle. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I realise you weren't trying. Okay, then. Third roll.
Oh,
As he manages to start pushing you back down. Come on, mate. Put your all into it. Roll again. And it starts pushing you down, and now your arm's just like, more like 18 degrees up, kind of. It's getting close to the table. He's pushing like, come on. He's thumping his fist on the table next to him. Roll again.
Hey!
Natural
There
20.
it is.
So with a massive grunt of effort, and kind of catching him off guard, he almost lifts his elbow off the table. But you manage to force him, and that's a natural 20, get him all the way back up to the middle. Oh,
Yeah.
all right. I didn't mean. Okay. Roll again.
Oh, I'm not fucking about now.
Ooh.
Oh.
And you're able to now, and obviously, natural 1. That's got to kind of work similar to a natural 20. I feel. And he does as he's gripping ever tighter. You see, he's slightly. He goes to tense his arm, and in doing so, he slightly weakens his position, like the angle that he's got his elbow at. And taking advantage of that, even though you're straining yourself, you're just able to manage to get him down. So his arm is now just hovering above the wood. Okay, this could be it. One more roll.
Bruh.
No, and as you push into it, and it's almost like he's waiting for that, and is just at the right moment as you're about to press all your force into it, he heaves it back up, and you're back at the middle again.
Bloody hell!
Stop toying with him, Grishnak.
Sorry, I realised, obviously I'm doing GM rolls, so you can't see he got a natural 20 on that one.
I'm trying. He's fucking strong.
You're not so bad yourself, mate. All right. Again,
Oh,
you got a 14
Yeah.
as he manages to start pushing your arm down again. God, this is going the distance. Roll again.
Oh, God.
With a big heave, he got a 9. You're able to push his arm back the other way, so now he's just a bit above 45.
Not away. Oh.
Okay, roll again. That's good. Yep, and with that, you're able to push him back down again. You're feeling his strength starting to fade a bit. As he's kind of grimacing, there's beads of sweat rolling down his face. And he's like, his fist just barely above the table. Roll more time.
Grip the table.
Ooh. And as he's there struggling, and he reaches out with his offhand, picks up his flagon of ale, takes a big swig, and gives a heave, and pulls his arm back up just a bit. That was a 23 for him. Okay, so it is still one. Yeah, it's in your favour, but only by 1. Roll again. Yeah, you have to push him back down again. He's like, "Grrr."
Come on,
Slight
lucky
grunt of
13.
pain. One more roll.
Go on through. Give it up.
Not without a fight. And you feel him really straining against it. He's putting his all into it. The table's actually creaking under the pressure being placed on it by your elbows. But you are just, with a victorious shout, just smash his fist down on the table. He's like, ah! And he lifts his arm and he nurses his elbow a little bit and his wrist. Oh, bloody hell, mate. Well, you're no slouch, I'll give you that. Deal's a deal. And he reaches down to his belt and pulls out quite a fat pouch that he starts pouring out on the table and kind of starts, here you go, and 5 platinum puts down. He puts it down in front of you, Grishnak, even though it was you who put the money down, Ruri.
Slide it over to Rory and just look at him and say, mine's an ale.
Yeah, no kidding, mate, no kidding. Mine too, I think, as he finishes his flagon.
Cool. Yeah, I'll go get around for everyone.
I just try and not let on how much my arm's killing me right now.
And Goliath looks up nervously. Do I have to wrestle the beautiful musician now? You can tell from the expression it sounds like he doesn't want to.
I mean, we don't have to. I mean, I won't hurt you.
I would rather not.
That's fine. I'm quite tired, actually. We can just talk.
Yeah, it's all right, mate. He's just pulling your todger.
What is Todger?
Your trouser snake. You bit.
Again, he just looks to the dwarven lady with just a complete look of incomprehension. And
I'm as confused as you are.
she's just back. Oh, go gentle on him. Common's not his first language.
Oh. What do you speak? I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. I forgot.
Tarek Nazir.
Tadek.
Yes.
What's your first language, Tadek?
Oh shit, you would ask me, wouldn't you?
Sorry.
I had that.
What if I speak it?
giant.
No, he can speak giant. So you being a Goliath. Where is it? Ah, fucking map.
I also think Rogar would have got really excited seeing Grishnak win. He would have been tense. Then he gone, yes! Probably scared anyone around him, and then gone back to like, anyway.
Yeah, it is giant.
Yeah, so he confirms. He's like, mostly at home, I speak giant. The people of my land speak Termish.
Oh, I'll say what I think is the giant word for hello, but it's actually like soup.
You are hungry?
No, not right now, actually.
Okay. He just looks a bit confused.
Okay.
I think I need a drink after all that excitement.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll go get around with that platinum. Or, well, I won't need that much, but I'll go get around.
I would like to approach the barkeep with Rory.
Yep.
And
So he's a rather grizzled-looking dwarf of advanced years. You're not that good with dwarf ages, to be honest, to be able to place him. He certainly looks a good deal older than Gorshrek and Cal do.
probably about 1,000 years old, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's a young one.
He's pretty
Perfect.
grizzled. He's got like a shaved head, but a large, wiry beard that just goes out in all directions. Aye, what can I do for you?
This is a bit of a long shot, but do you have any Drakewine?
Drakewine. Give me one moment. And he bustles off. You're waiting there for about 2 or 3 minutes before he comes bustling back around the corner. He's got quite a dusty old bottle. I mean, it doesn't look so much like it's got, like a layer of dust on it. Just the bottle itself, the glass, it looks very old. It's got that kind of patina on it. Aye, you're in luck. Places the bottle down carefully on the bar, and without taking his hand off it. Now I got to warn you, this is very rare, very hard to come by. It's not cheap.
How much?
3 gold a shot.
How much for the bottle?
Ooh. 2 platinum.
I will gulp, look at Rory wide-eyed, and be like, "Are you ready?" And I'll throw 2 platinum on the bar.
She happily takes some. I mean, it's not a huge bottle either, so
Yeah.
you reckon it's not quite white. It's like half the size of a wine bottle, sort of thing.
We can get some dwarven brandy for the other guys, isn't it?
Well, I was going to say enough glasses for the table, everyone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9, please.
Aye, that can do. And he pulls out 3 small kind of like not tumbler, more like slightly oversized thimbles, and kind of raise out on the bar in front of you. And you go easy with that stuff.
I know. And Rory, what else are we drinking? Ale, was it?
I think our new friends would prefer ale. I think Cal and Gotrek would prefer brandy. To be honest, we could get one of everything. That might be fun.
One of everything on the top shelf, dirty pint.
Yes. We'll play Ring of Fire.
Have you got any Jaeger bombs?
Yeah, mate. 5 for a gold. Oh, that's 15.
Do you have the flaming Sambuca?
He looks at you as if you've insulted him. Hey, we serve real drinks in here, right?
Jaegers are an endangered species, Rogar. You can't just say that.
Oh, it's a lost in translation. Apologies. Yes, let's get whatever you think, Rory. I will.
Cool. Yeah, let's get the new friend. I'll get expensive drinks for everyone, basically. So it's like nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say on top of the, on top of the bottle, I'd say probably
Yeah.
looking at spending, I'd say 4 platinum.
Cool. Have you? So is that because Rogar's given 2 already? So that's another 4.
Another 2.
Okay, I'll do the other 2.
I really need to come up with like a standardized bar tab thing, but
Yeah, we haven't done a lot of barring in this campaign.
no.
Yeah.
You spend a lot of time out on the road, and
We've
It's
been
good
busy.
It makes this kind of stuff like feel like you're actually having a break. Like,
Yeah.
Well, Rory did say he needed a night off.
Okay, shall we
Yeah,
have
let's.
something to carry all this stuff on?
Oh, I'll do unseen servant to make them float behind us.
Yeah, so as as you cast a spell and the glasses in the bottle levitate, as Unseen Servant begins to carry them on, it's at the same moment that the dwarf who disappeared down behind the bar comes back up holding a tray and is like, "Oh, you'll want to." Oh,
Yeah.
oh, very well, very well.
Thank you, though.
Adventurers, mutters to himself a little bit, not in like in a pissed off way, just in a bloody typical.
Classic, always showing off.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you rejoin everyone at the table. Okay, yeah. So as you sit, Froome. Sorry, Gotrek, you're not there yet, are you?
No,
you stayed up with the eggs. That's
the
good
eggs,
because that's good to know. So Froome looks up. So as Leosin told you our plan. As soon as he said this, Leosin's just like, "Shh, Froome, we are in public." Kind of puts his finger to his lips. Says, "Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry. Well, what comes next for you lot anyway? Are we allowed to talk about that?"
I prefer not to.
Yeah.
Froome does a big show of like looking around him, looking over each shoulder. Just kind of like, Fair
we
enough.
can talk business in the morning.
better safe than sorry, I suppose.
Now is the time for a break. And I'll just start putting the tiny little glasses in front of everyone.
Oh, what's this? That's a little
And
bit
I'll-
small, isn't it?
You will see what you think of a little drop, and I'll pull out the bottle, like cradling it like a newborn. This is Drakewine.
Ooh, I've never had Drakewine.
We drink it in Bryn Shanda. It's a dragonborn drink. It might not be for everyone, but this is very, very rare. It's a very special occasion. And I'll meek little like shots to everyone. Being like super good. It takes me like fucking ages. Like really gently pouring it in.
So, Froome and Morana both kind of pick up their little thimble glasses very carefully because Morana is at least smart enough to. She's got most of her armor on, but like she's taken off her gauntlets. Froome is fully armored, and he's like carefully, very daintily holding this tiny glass between an armored thumb and index finger. And they both kind of exchange a look with each other, like looking at these shots and looking at each other and raising their eyebrows, just like, okay. But, nevertheless, hold up. Well, what are we drinking to?
To friends.
Drinking till you're unconscious, you noisy bastard. Miranda just kind of mutters under her breath.
Ha!
I look at Grish next to friends, and I just look around at everyone and just go, to family.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Family.
Neck it.
Everyone necks it. Okay. Rory, do us a constitution save.
I hope you saved some for Gotrek. Jeez.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, Rory,
And
this
also-
you know what it's like when your friends talk you into having like a shot of neat whiskey right after you've had like 4 pints, and that you have that sudden moment hit you where it's just like, I can't hold my head up. Yeah. You suddenly feel very not good.
Ooh.
Like,
This isn't like the wine we had at church.
oh, the Catholic jokes. Yeah, I mean, everyone. There's like that moment of like Froome does that little kind of coughing, choking cough that people do with strong spirits. Oh, bugger me! What is in that stuff?
I do not know.
So basically, everyone you kind of feel immediately a little. You've already been drinking a bit anyway. This is enough to basically put everyone over the edge. You're all feeling fairly drunk now, jovial, carefree, however you get when drunk, basically. But Rory, yeah, you are struggling to keep your head up right now.
The dupe comes out and like starts like fanning my face and like
Froome is beside himself laughing at the sight of this. He can't stop himself. Oh, that's brilliant. That's great. Oh, you'll have to teach me how to do that.
you have to devote yourself to Sunni and then you have to sleep with people twice a week, and then you have to pretend that you enjoy being beautiful.
I think I can manage that. Look at me, I'm fucking gorgeous. As he strokes his beard.
Oh, fuck it. Half-orc coming here would be boring.
Miranda kind of looks up at it. Well, it depends. I mean, where you want to go in the city, it can be pretty boring. Sorry, I cannot do the Scottish accent without it becoming Welsh. I'm horrendous. I'm sorry. Not even good Welsh. Depends where you are in the city.
But to be fair, them companions don't seem a barrel of laughs.
Ugh. Don't speak to me about companions. A bunch of stuck-up tossers.
So, what's your outfit then? Tell us a bit more about, was it Order of the Gauntlet?
Froome's like nodding, but you can see he's kind of struggling a little bit, choking, hiccuping, laughing. So, just kind of gestures to Mirana. So, I'll tell him. Well, we are a multi-faith organisation. Fuck it, I'm going with Welsh. The ever-changing accents. Multi-faith organisation, and we are formed to combat evil in all forms. In the world at large. It's one of the reasons why the companions don't like us so much.
Sounds like us. We're a multi-faith organisation. I mean,
Oh,
we've
aye.
got crazy fire blokes, Barry. whatever Gotrek believes in. We've got loads of shit. I think Krishna's quite drunk at this point.
She just looks at it. Barry? Who the fuck is Barry?
Barry Matt.
Barry Man,
You don't know Barry Matt?
the big dragon bloke.
Oh, Bahumat.
Yeah, that's the one.
Aye, that will be you then, will it?
Did I call him Barry Man again?
Aye, you did, yes.
Oh,
Point
right.
to Grishnak, like wagging my finger, I'm smiling. You, Barry, man, you crazy.
I know it's fun, but I just like winding him up.
Ah.
Aye, there's many of your kind in our order. I meant Bahamut, not Dragonborn. But plenty Dragonborn in our order as well. Oh yes, I mean,
Yeah.
generally the paladins and clerics in our rank are drawn from Tyr, Helm, Torm. I think that's only one of the only reasons they tolerate us here in this city is, well, that and their bloody all faiths mentality. But we are staunch comrades. We trust each other in everything completely. Even this one. Gestures to Froome. Anyway, we stand against evil. In all its forms. Right now, we are proud to be united with Leosin and the Harpers against Tiamat.
I'll lean forward with a big forearm on the table. And go, what about Lendis? You got anybody who likes Lendis?
Not that, Lendis. No, I've heard that name. God, who was it who talked about Lendis? Froome, who was it talked about Lendis? You are asking me the wrong questions right now. The only thing I can tell you is, do I want another beer? Yes. Who else wants to arm wrestle me? Is that a
I'll do it.
question? No, it's me asking a question. Yeah, I'll arm wrestle you, little man.
Let's go through. Let's go. Come on!
You want to arm wrestle? He's got his elbow down on the table.
Yeah, I'm going in.
Go for it. Strength check.
Hang on, Rogar.
Ruri, you're at disadvantage. You do have DM
Yeah, I know.
inspiration, but you are at disadvantage.
I know.
Just when he rolls a nat 1 and breaks his arm.
So, first roll. He gets a nat 20.
Hell.
I'd say, yeah, you are barely hanging in there. The only thing stopping him from slamming your hand straight down the table is the kind of way he's swaying back and forth a little bit. That keeps kind of lifting the weight off it a little bit, but you're barely in there. Does another roll?
Okay, does my inspiration make it normal?
No, your inspiration would give you a d6 that you could add to it.
Okay. I'm gonna give
Yeah,
it a
that's
D6.
good. Oh, no. Yep, go ahead. So when you're... Okay, so as he's goes, yeah, do it, and just as he's about to push down, you're able to summon up all your strength. And you manage to push his arm back up just a bit.
Go on.
Rory!
Roll again.
I go bird mode, wings come out, I start glowing. What? Fucking hell.
And he kind of looks at him surprised. Whoa! And as he does that, just slams your hand down on the table almost absent-mindedly. Oh, sorry about that, mate. You're right. You're right.
I'm on the floor.
Yeah,
Get knocked off the stool by the
Like
wings.
passed out.
yeah. Rory, I'd say with an actual one, you pass out. Right, guys. You look down at him. He does burp, and a little bit of vomit comes out.
Pick him up.
Oh, really?
The scruff of the neck and just pick him up with one hand.
Come on, mate. You're going to get your wings dirty.
I'd say at the point he passes out, his wings disappear again.
Sit him up, prop him up on the chair.
Oh, you've chundered on your armour.
Can I use 5 points of my lay on hands to cure the poison?
Was it essential to sober him up?
Yeah, to try and make him so he doesn't choke on his own vomit.
Yeah, that would work.
Okay. I just do it in the form of a little bit of a slap.
So you're groggy, Rory, but you're conscious again, and yeah, you're not feeling quite so. You feel ill, but you don't feel super drunk.
Did I win?
No, lad, you did not.
But you looked really good. That's what's important.
No, it's not.
The main thing is we tried.
Yeah, I respect the effort.
Thank you.
I mean, fucking hell, Rory, I nearly lost to him.
That's a point.
Well, yes, sir, that was it. She mentioned Lindis.
Kind of.
She just kind of comes out the blue, which is where Miranda's been sat there for the whole time the arm wrestle, just kind of scratching her chin.
Why are you talking about Lindis? What do you know about Lindis?
What? You asked me about.
No.
I thought you'd gone off Lendis, mate.
Wait, no, yes. Would you say what's the name?
Well, yes, sir.
Valyasa. Who is that? Where is she?
Well, she's not bloody here. God knows where
Oh.
she'll be right now. I think she was operating further south at the moment.
Oh,
But
You
yeah.
can- oh, sorry. Carry on.
No, she's one of your Dragonborn lots. Pretty sure she mentioned him. But she's a little bit of an odd one in the order, see.
Why?
Well, I mean, I'd say she's the closest thing we got to an atheist. She acknowledges the gods and all, but she's a little bit... a little bit cagey about them.
Whatever. Just stand up and stagger to the bar.
Well, your mate, she sounds very sensible.
Ooh, well, yes, sir. I wouldn't exactly say she's a mate. I think I met her, like, twice. She's very stern. Not a lot of fun.
Oh, she should probably be then with her companions.
She's far more pragmatic than they are. They're all caught up in their honour and their noble goal, but they spend more time talking about it. They don't bloody do anything.
Yeah, they struck me as a type.
Yeah, I tell you what, if you're in the bloody vicinity of Elturel, they're pretty effective, but as soon as you get beyond the borders of Eltegard, rubbish. That's why they don't like us, see? We get stuff done. They're acting high and mighty, but... yeah, name one of their achievements other than liberating this city.
They saved us.
Oh, that's fair enough, I suppose. But like I said, you're within the borders of Eltegard. Sure, they're fine, but beyond that, don't see them doing a damn thing. We approached them. We asked them, and say, go to the dragon, trying to bring back Tiamat. You want to help us out? Nope. They say, we'll get around to dealing with that in our own good time. Rubbish. Think they can just put the rest of the world on wait while they deal with all their bloody... makes me mad.
Well, we didn't really like them either, so.
Yeah, and don't worry about the dragon cult. We're gonna sort them out.
Oh yes, you on your own.
No,
Just
all
the-
5 of us. Oh, where's got Trek?
Please.
I'm gonna go up to the room.
Got tricked. Babysitting.
Okay. do me a con save as you get to the roomery.
Ooh.
Okay, no, you're feeling a bit exhausted, a little bit worse for wear, but you're okay. You don't pass out as soon as you find a bed.
Cool. I crawl in Leoson's bed right in the middle, and I go under the covers, and I go, "How are you, got Trek?"
I'm doing well. It's been nice just sitting here with the eggs. With,
Yeah.
how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm gonna go to sleep. There's drinks downstairs if you want to go say hi. I can watch the eggs. Already falling asleep.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I got it. I'm fine. I'm on it. You know me. Rory.
Are the 2 guards with us that are
Oh
claiming
no,
the eggs?
no, they remained outside. Although
I'm gonna leave Scardy here, just like pop her in and be like, plant her on one of the eggs and be like, right, let me know if anything goes wrong.
Gotrek. Sorry, because I was gonna cut to you, but it's fine. Let's say about 5 minutes before Rory comes upstairs. In fact, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As you're getting up now, can you just do me a wisdom save,
Wisdom save?
yes, please?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, okay.
Oh hell no.
Well, I'm proficient. I should be fine.
Okay. Good to know.
Do I feel something that
You do not.
I do not?
Yeah, it'll be fine. You just go.
You know, I leave Scardy on the thing.
Okay.
I leave Scardy on the eggs, and I'm like, right, you see anything out of the ordinary, you yell for me, or whatever.
I can't do a cooring sound at all. that. I need to practice that.
I'll teach you. I'll teach you the ways.
Teach you the way of the raven.
I'll just give her a little thing on the top of her head and head down.
Okay. You get down to find a table of very
Close the doors
drunk
well quietly,
people.
like,
Very drunk people.
Hey, it's Gotrek.
oh, I missed the party.
And I'm pointing at someone going, and another thing. I don't remember.
Hello, it's the one with the fancy armour. Finally decided to join us.
Aye, well, Rory said he'd be watching the eggs, so and he said there was a drink down there for me, so I might as well accept it.
Eggs?
Can't let a drink go to waste.
She kind of looks to Leosin, raising an eyebrow. Never said anything about eggs.
Fuck's sake.
Aye, special eggs, nothing to be concerned about. Where's that drink?
I see. And Froome just kind of looks up. Legs? What are you talking about legs for?
Aye, no, do you know the eggs that the chickens lay?
Chicken eggs.
Aye,
I don't think I could eat an egg right now.
aye, but not these ones. These are special.
More drinks.
Yeah. Stop talking about eggs anyway, Gotrek.
Oh, all right. Where's this drink of mine?
Fucking hell, we're gonna have to get him a gag.
What?
I've got a spare mask if you want to use it on him.
Do you get the mask out?
Yes. Just lie it on the table and just sort of point at Gotrek and point at the mask. And just you be careful what you say.
Here, is that one of the? Is that one of them cultist masks?
Aye, so it is.
Where'd you get that from? How many of them? Oh, I can probably guess where you got that from. How many you got?
I
Hey,
have
loads.
about 13, and I.
Blimey, you got a good little collection going there.
Aye, do you want to see my head?
Head.
Reach into the bag.
Gotrik's just going to grab the drink and just go back up to the room. Just like, night, lads. Don't do anything I wouldn't.
You just like plump the head down on the table. Froome leans in right close. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, that's excellent. Who is this then?
Can't speak with dead.
What the dwarf with the box over? Aye, you wanna keep your trophies to yourself, friend. Not on the table. That one's leaking. Oh, was there anything else particular I wanted to?
It's only a little bit of pus. What's your problem?
Hey, a little bit of pus to you, but it's like an hour of cleaning the table after closing time for me. Speaking of which, and he rings the bell for last orders.
I leave the head on the table and run to the bar.
I make sure to stagger over and give Gotrek some Drakewine.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll like spill it as I'm pouring it in. I'm like, it's very, very special. Special.
Special. Aye.
Yeah.
I will take the swig. Or
I watch you a little bit too closely, my face a little bit too close, and I watch you drink it.
It's pretty strong stuff, Gotrek.
You're right, Roga. You're a bit.
Nodding my head like, yeah.
Mate,
Gotrik's just like staring like. Aye. Okay.
I'll just go back to whoever I was talking at the bar. And another thing.
As the barman leans, look past Cal and Rover. Hey, listen. I'm guessing they're with you then, are they? And this is kind of. Yes, they are. Is that? I'm sorry, I don't wish to. Needs must. Kind of shrugs. Hey, well, they're your responsibility. It's kind of right. Go on then, but start toning down, will you? We can't have too much noise past curfew.
I walk up to the bar. Hey, mate, what's the biggest bit of ale that I can buy? Can I buy a keg?
Aye, I'd say you could buy a keg if you want to.
How much for a keg?
Well, it depends on the quality of the ale.
Oh, I'm pissed, I don't care. Any much it'll do.
How about we go middle of the road? Goldschlager, they make it here in the city. I'd
Oh,
say,
sound-
for a keg, probably put you back say a platinum.
Done. I just slide a platinum onto the I fumble through my the pocket in my bear cloak for a little bit and then retrieve a platinum and slam it on the table.
Hey, well, I'll have it brought round to the table. You're not planning on drinking all of it tonight, though, are you?
Oh yeah, it's for me. Does anyone else want a keg? Well, I thought last orders and everything, innit? You gotta think about these.
Leans around you again and waggles a finger to Froome. I'm getting very close to having to cut you and your friends off, you know. Froom's like, come on, we can handle it. Why, dwarf or a halfling? Hear a voice calling from one of the other birds. I take offence to that. Maybe to look. Anyone who looks around can just see a halfling head over one of the bars in the next room. Froom just kind of like covers his mouth a little bit, almost like an apologetically, but also kind of stifling a burp. Sorry. So, anything else, or are people drinking themselves insensible?
Yeah, just sit down with my keg and just pry the top of the keg off and just start drinking it like a child.
Okay. So, I'll say the night continues. The bar staff, they kind of they shut up the tavern, start doing a lot of the tidying up around you. There's a few kind of those of you who aren't completely far gone do notice a few kind of side eye glares coming from some of the staff at your table as you carry on drinking. Leosin starting to look a little bit apologetic. After a couple of hours, does start suggesting that it might be idea. I'm sure we've all got a lot to do tomorrow. If we maybe if we got some rest. Yes,
I agree with Leosin on that one.
I'm stood on a chair reciting a dragon poem in Draconic.
This one doesn't drink all that often, does he?
He doesn't.
He doesn't
Not
look
that
like a clerk either.
I'm just shouting to the Goliath, like, what I'm saying is, you got wizards and then you got sorcerers. Just fucking pick one. Why we got to put labels and everything these days? No.
He's just nodding slowly. This is why I prefer the sword.
Well, I'm more of an axeman, but I'll get you, fella.
Well, sword, axe, it's all blades. I cannot be doing with all of these. Kind of waggles his fingers. It's rather beyond me.
Yeah, I can't be asked with any magic, really.
I do not blame you.
Well, I do have one little party trick, though.
Yes, there we go.
Hey, boys, I tend to but you've never seen this before. I just fire up right in the middle.
So, as you bear up, you kind of, as your form grows in size, you kind of knock back the table that you're sat at, sending several of the drinks flying. Knock your keg over, although thankfully it was mostly empty at this point.
I pick up what's in a keg and just start like emptying it.
In bear form.
And then I do a little bear dance.
Rogar claps at the bear dance. Yeah. If you get on all fours at one point, Rogar will try to ride you.
Let's go for it, mate.
Oh, good lord.
Fucking Bronco.
So in the process of the buck and bronco, you managed to knock several more chairs over, scatter a table that's next to you. A couple of the chairs are broken. Leosin is face in hands right now. Just kind of just, you can see his head just shaking slowly. Froom is banging his fist on the table. Leosin, where do you find this lot? Best night ever. All of you, especially you, bear man. You gotta join the order. Oh, we can't not have you. This is brilliant. What do you say? It's an hard life. Nothing but sweat and tears, and probably a lot of blood as well, but it's worth it. Come on, what do you say?
I just sort of go,
That's what I want to hear. Some enthusiasm.
I burp and a little bit of ice comes out.
Like a smoke machine.
And besides that, another thing. And Froome stands dramatically to his feet, raises a hand, kind of pointing upwards, one finger extended, opens his mouth to speak. Very slowly goes cross-eyed and keels over backwards. There's a massive clatter as he hits the deck. Miranda just kind of leans back in her stool, looks down. Aye, well, that's him for the night then. Right. Come on, Tarek. I need your help with this bastard. She gets up and grabs him by the ankles as Tarek lumbers to his feet, swaying a little bit, and takes him under the shoulders. Oh, it's always how it ends. Every time. Right, well, I think we better carry this one up. This has been most amusing. But I think we'll have to see you all on the morrow. As she says this, the dwarven bartender walks back in, just sees this display with Rogar and Grishnak writing around, looks down at the splintered chairs underfoot, and she just looks over at him. Yeah, they'll be paying for that one. That's not on my tab. They begin carrying Froome upstairs to put him to bed.
How much for the tables and chairs?
Aye, well, albeit we call it 6 copper for the chairs, and we'll call it 15 silver for the table. Let's be honest, it's not exactly high quality carpentry.
Gotrek's gonna stick his hand in his pocket, probably pull out 5 gold coins and just puts it in his hand. That'll be enough, I think.
Aye.
Right?
You're not getting change.
Aye, probably not.
Pockets it and walks off shaking his head.
Cool. Oh, that drink didn't agree with me. Oh.
I think it would be a good idea if we got some rest now, friends.
I trundle off upstairs with Rogar still on my back.
He's still in bear form.
I pull out I summon Valorian and I'm like pointing toward the stairs.
Onwards!
Victus!
You're still in bear form as you trundle off.
Oh.
Okay, so you do, all of you who are still sat as Bear Grishnak just lopes off towards the stairs, you hear a crunching sound. It sounds a lot like a wooden door frame giving way.
Pay for that too.
And you just hear a tired dwarf voice. It's fine. It's fine. Bloody adventurers. Open up a tavern, they said. Oh, it's easier than slaying monsters, they said. And as the rest of you do slowly head upwards, as you get to the doorway, you do find there's just the door frame just bulging outwards at the sides. As Grishnak obviously just forced his way through something that's about half as big as it needs to be.
That's nice.
It's finally retiring to the bedroom. Now there is only one bed, and Ruri is currently in it.
Rory's hanging like upside down off the side of it, like snoring his head off.
Yep, sounds about right. Leosin just kind of sighs as he walks in, comes over and gently kind of tries to put you back in the bed properly.
Oh.
Before turning and just kind of like, all right, well, pick your spot, I guess. And he just lies down and kind of tries to get comfy on one of the various animal skin throws on the floor. The door does not close properly, being as the door frame is buckled and broken.
I place Resmir head down as a doorstop. Just give it a little kick to keep it shut. That'll keep it shut.
Oh, you are going to be so popular here.
Yeah. Why have a head if you're not going to use it?
So, as everyone passes out
The eggs are still there, right?
The
Just gonna
eggs
go
are
to the
still
plant.
there. Scardy kind of looks up and chirrups in that little kind of more of a
God.
chitter than a chirrup as you come in.
Good God! And then Gotcha will face plant.
As I lay down and the room is spinning, I pour my other 20 points of lay on hands into all to cure the poison.
Okay.
So just
Okay.
like 5. So just like whoever's listening, I'm like, no hangover for Roga. I slap my face. Just lay on hands.
Are you just doing that to everyone, are you?
No, just doing it to me.
Oh,
All
just
20
yourself.
of them into me.
Okay. So, sleep takes you, mostly due to the alcohol consumption. It's a fairly dreamless sleep. You know, some of you might have jumbled memories of kind of like the past few days, the chase through the plague lands, kind of, but they're confused mess, and as you wake, they quickly fade. Especially since all of you except Rogar, oh, beg pardon, and Rory actually, have splitting headaches. This is one of the worst hangovers any of you have ever experienced. Not feeling great. Although, Rory, you can now mark off your final level of exhaustion.
Yeah, boys.
So, Leosin kind of rises. He's like, oh my, that was... And now I've got to go and arrange. Oh, this is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Right, well, I am off to find a hangover cure.
Oh, I have one.
Do you now?
Sorry, my throat hurts. I have one. I'll do a lesser restoration on him.
Okay. So you do get like a sudden spell of dizziness and kind of throbbing pain in your head as you lift the hangover from him, but it passes after a few seconds. Oh. Oh my.
We need you on top form, Leosin. I think
That's
worth it.
that's a lot better actually. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, I better go and make contact and arrange this meeting. Please try to stay out of trouble. Don't do anything to draw attention to yourselves.
When have we ever done that?
Turns and gives you this very flat stare. I'll see you all here later. Just slowly walks out, still rubbing his head a little bit.
Stay safe, Leosin.
And you, my friend, and you.
Wonder if they have any food here.
Ooh, food. Food sounds great.
Aye, it does.
Oh, I think
Anything
Marley
with
was
more
trying
of
to get
grease.
Ooh, a Bloody Mary.
What was that, Grishnak?
I think Marley was trying to get out.
Oh,
We have to go and visit McElterel's around the corner.
oh, so no, we had planned. We wanted to do stuff. Everyone remember, Gotrek, you want to forge, right?
Aye, foraging, shopping.
Me shopping. Me and Rogar, we want to check out the temple district as well, right, Rogar?
Yes, temples are good.
Yeah. Who doesn't love a good temple, right? So, split the pot. No, let's stay together.
I don't mind when or what order we do stuff in. I'm pretty easy. But breakfast first.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go downstairs and get breakfast.
So you head downstairs. I mean, it's a little bit puzzling to you, Grishnak, particularly. Why is the door frames broken? And why is the bartender giving you such an evil eye this morning? But you know, you inquire politely. I imagine who inquires. To be
I'll
fair.
do it.
Yeah,
I feel like I have the better standing.
politely inquire and does kind of grumble a little bit. Yeah, I can imagine you could do with some food after all of that. Yes. Go on, go sit. I'll have something brought over to you.
That'd be lovely. Also, Grishnak eats for 3 people.
I see. So you'll be wanting breakfast for 8 then.
Make it an even 10.
I think I'll take an extra one on top of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, even 10.
Aye, very well. Disappears off, and you kind of take your seats. Comes back a short while later with a rather large platter, all laid along one side of some various cuts of meat, as well as some sliced sausage. There's a couple of large loaves of fairly rustic-looking bread, and a big hunk of cheese with a knife stuck out of it. There's quite a lot there, and a few odd-looking little vegetables that, on closer inspection, actually appear to be kind of like little olives, a little bit. You know, they're a bit salty, but other than that, not a lot of flavour.
Cool.
But it's a pretty full platter, so there's enough there to fill all your bellies. And that would cost you, I'll say, it's 7 copper on the platter of
I'll do it.
food. It's not too pricey. I mean, the food is not of great quality. You know,
It's
this
food.
isn't fine meats or anything. This is fairly run of the mill, but it fills your belly. I know for a couple of you, there's like a little worrying moment as you start eating, going, "Oh, Jesus, it's just going to stay down." But you're able to keep it under control.
I feel like I should ask Elbrick. Elbrick, what time do you start serving? I always feel that a little shot of what made you bad makes you better.
Aye, hair of the dog, is it?
Dwarven brandy.
Right, Dawn brandy for everyone, or what?
I'm good.
I'll take one.
Yeah, I think I need one. I've barely touched my third breakfast.
3 brandies, is it? What about you, Dragon Man?
No, now is not the time for alcohol.
Last night, mate.
Right, 3 brandies. He brings over the 3 tumblers. What would that be? I was like, yeah, another 3 gold on the dwarven brandies.
I give him 5 and apologise for the mess.
Also, if it seems like I'm making up the alcohol prices, then just see it as they're like trying to fleece you.
How you could like cast mending on like.
No, I will. That is
Yeah.
that is the plan.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Okay, I apologize.
So as Grishnak's finishing his 3rd breakfast, you're like just doing a little bit of mending on some of the broken bits of furniture you can see around you, which does seem to impress Albrecht a little bit. Cheers him up somewhat. And yeah, as the morning, but by the time you finish your breakfast, the place does seem to have opened up a bit. A few people come and go, and they mostly appear to be dock hands this early in the morning. Obviously on like a early morning shift, coming in for a breakfast themselves, a couple of drinks. But yeah, day is yours. What does everyone want to do?
Where do we feel like going first, boys? We got a full day of adventuring. Still looks a bit sick.
Personally, I don't mind. Wait, who's going to stay and watch the eggs?
Oh, right.
We got those 2 guards. I mean, they do it.
I can stay and watch the eggs.
But I
I
thought
will
you
do it.
do stuff around the town and have a look. Temple District and all that.
I've spoken to Dragonborn before. I don't need to do it again.
You alright, mate?
Wonderful. Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, you just seem a bit down in the dumps. Well, compared to last night, you're having a whale of a time.
Yes, that was the time for joviality. Now is the time for watching the eggs.
Now is the time for egg watching.
Everything has its time.
Well, what was it you had on the table? You wanted to do... Well, I'll tell you what then. So, I know Godric, you wanted to check out potentially a smithy, and you got the impression when you had looked on your way here the night before, it sounded like you could hear not too far away. There was something up to north, and there's like a signpost with the usual like hammer and anvil symbol on it, pointing that way, up that way. You know that the temple district is that blue highlighted area up the top.
Can we
Anything
keep
else?
an ear out for, or an eye out as well for any shops that sell or handle magical items?
Yeah, you can keep an eye out and an ear out.
Cool.
So, yeah, where do you want to go first?
Well, if the temple district's here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So if we head this way, that's where
Yeah.
just check where the smiths are,
Okay,
and then head
so
on to the temple district.
Rogar remaining behind. As you start heading up that northern
Can I,
road,
send,
it's
can I keep Scardy with Rogar as well, just so he can
yeah,
keep her company, keep him company.
yeah, you can do. So yeah, as you start heading up, the signs are easy enough to follow. And also, as you get closer, you can start following your ears and heading towards the. You gather that you're probably heading towards where the most smoke is coming from. So as you head a little bit north, and it is on one of the large intersections, byways. So as you get to here, you see a large, squat building with numerous large chimneys sprouting from its roof, belching out thick plumes of dark smoke. There aren't so much windows as there are ventilation grills set high in the wall. It does look like possibly a single-story building. It's tall enough that it could have 2 stories, but you get the impression that it probably is just one large space, just based on the placement of these ventilation grills set high in the wall. You know they're ventilation grills because of the haze of intense heat making the air around each one shimmer. As you look down streets past it on both sides where you're looking, you can see there's a couple of points where there are side doors, large wooden double doors with metal studs, each one looking like it's guarded by a couple of watchmen. And then there's what looks to be more of a main entrance. It's got the usual kind of pillared porch that a lot of the buildings in this city seem to have. As you approach the main entrance, you can read the writing written over it. Announces this to be the Guild of Smiths, Smelters and Artificers.
Official guild. Shall we go in?
Yeah, we might as well.
So, inside this main entrance, there's a small plain reception room. It's decorated pretty sparsely, with like a few plaques on the wall, display cases that seem to hold tools that obviously don't look particularly special at a glance. They obviously hold some kind of significance to this place. You know, like there's a hammer in this large display case, or there'll be like a chisel. At the back of the room sits a male halfling behind a simple desk. He's got like almost a perm with sideburns coming down, but no facial hair beyond that. A little bit slender for a halfling. Simply dressed in quite neat leathers, and there's various stacks of paperwork in front of him. He looks up as you enter. Yes, can I help you?
Hello. Just wondering, who is it that we need to talk to about smithing supplies, tools, and or weapons that to be made or purchased in this city?
I'm afraid that the guild does not engage in the buying and selling of any items. All transactions must be made through the Hall of Trade transactions.
Right. Okay. What about utilizing the facilities?
You are not a guild member, are you?
No, but I'm a fully qualified smith.
I'm afraid city rules, guild members only.
Shit.
Is there anything else I could help you with?
Anyone else got any questions?
I shake my head.
I'm wearing my mask, I'm just staring.
Doesn't
Shit, I really wanted to. What does it cost for membership?
The membership fee, there's a joining fee of 150 gold pieces. Membership is then 70 gold pieces per year, but you would need to have a recommendation.
Oh,
Well, I reckon he's a really good blacksmith. How's that for a recommendation?
I made this hammer and this armor. I mean,
Looks to you, Gershon, you're not a guild member, are you?
Might be.
I don't think you are, sir. Letters of recommendation must be from guild members. You need at least 3 senior ranking guild members to provide letters of recommendation.
oh,
Guild rules, I'm afraid. Sorry.
that's fair. All right, should we head to the trading district? Looks like I can't even smith in this town.
Have a good day.
Fuck.
But as he's
You
saying that,
too.
he's already looking back down to his stacks of paperwork.
Don't worry about it, mate. You could blacksmith them all under the table.
Aye, just fucking annoying. Can I use thaumaturgy to basically? Let me just check thaumaturgy. Does it create like a gust of wind or an?
I think it can, yeah.
Just
Look up thaumaturgy real quick.
Just want to create a gust of wind to fucking blow those papers away. Bastard. No.
No.
No, I'll just make an ominous whisper like, asshole.
Okay.
From behind him.
He doesn't give any indication that he's noticed.
Fucking bitch. Right, shall we head to the temple district then, boys? Or actually, where would the trading district be? I would like to have a look around there.
You didn't ask
That's
him.
okay. I'm
What are we
asking
closer
everyone.
to?
Are there any signposts?
There are various signposts around. I mean, pointing towards stable yards at the northern end of the city by the, you imagine by the gate. There's obviously pointing back towards the market. Yeah, you feel like it's mostly guild trade buildings around here.
Can I try and ask a bypasser?
Yeah, you can do. What specifically are you asking them?
Just, oh mate, you know where the shops are?
Kind of taken aback for a second now. Just average looking chap walking down the street, obviously on his way to us. Beg pardon? That depends. What are you looking to buy?
Well, I think my friend is interested in magic items.
Right. Well, you'll need the whole of trade transactions for that.
And where would I find that?
The admin compound just outside High Hall, up in the upper city. Kind of points back towards.
Well, thank you.
That's all.
Aye,
Kind of
thank you.
gives you all a bit of a weird look and carries on.
Why do people always look at us like that?
I don't know.
As you say this, Rory, you're kind of looking around your companions, and you look to the rather hairy half-orc and the dwarf in immensely heavy armor, and then the dwarf with the bizarre blank mask.
Mask.
People don't look at me like that when you guys aren't here.
Carving Kosuth sign into that mask. I've been musing on it, but I don't know if I've got the skills.
Should we head to the temple district and then circle down, and then we can head back?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so it takes you a bit of time to get up there, because obviously you've got to head up to the northern part of the city, get onto this road, then loops back around and climbs up the hill. But so you make it up to the temple district. So as you walk down like the main, essentially that's what you say, like the promenade. Is that the right term? Like the main byway, the main street of the temple district. The main attraction is clearly Temple to Torm. You're able to recognise that one quite clearly, Ruri. Point out to others, it's cathedral level. You know, this place is huge, with like a little cupola, tall spires at each corner. Definitely like dominates temple district. Around it, you see various other temples. It looks like all of the major faiths that come to mind are represented here, and then there are some streets going off of this main kind of Broadway with smaller looking, with smaller buildings set along it. I mean, I'd say looking around, you can definitely see alongside the Temple to Torm, Temple to Helm, to Tyr. You can see Temple to Lathander. Who else would there be a temple to? Where's my list of gods? Major ones. Shantaea. You can see there's a rather large temple to Shantaea. She does seem to be everywhere in this part of the world. Who else would be represented along here? You do see, and it is like the far end of this main section. It seems to be almost like as far away from the cathedral to Torm as possible, but you do see a temple that has the symbol of Bane over its entrance. It's something that is quite clear to see is that none of the temples even come close to being as grand as the Temple to Torm, almost like someone is trying to make a point. You see there's a temple to Mystra, goddess of magic. I'd say you see one to... what's her name? There's one to Ilmater. Kelemvor, god of the dead, seems to be represented. What else have we got? Ogma, the god of knowledge, also has a temple. You see one to Saloon. And temple to Tempus, Timora. Yeah, so they're the ones you see represented in the main square. Although you do see others, other roads coming off of it, alleys almost, with smaller buildings along it.
Okay, so we should definitely stay away from the Church of the Black Hand. That's just my instinct. How do you guys feel?
I probably am in agreement with that.
Yeah, best not to really talk with them.
Yeah.
Can we not even have a walk past to have a look?
We can have like a quick walk past, yeah.
Maybe a cheeky little look inside, obviously. Be rude not to.
Okay,
I
so
do still have that invisibility potion.
certainly would be the time to use it, huh?
No, it wouldn't. Yeah, okay, so let's walk past, try and see if we can spot anyone like we know intimately. Not intimately, like Suni or like Lendis or like
You keeping a lookout.
Gotrek guy or Gooch.
Gooch.
Yeah, Grishnak's guy.
Grooms.
Yeah, Gooch.
So we get for Barry Matt.
Barry, Matt and Gooch.
So we get for thinking I worshipped a dragon, innit?
Krishnak wouldn't care to be fair.
Yeah, to be fair, he'd think it was funny.
Yeah, he's a gooch.
Okay, so yeah, you walk past Temple of Bane. It seems... I mean, you sticking your head in, or are you just walking past?
I don't want to put my head in.
All right, so as you stick your head in, it seems pretty quiet inside. It's a fairly plain. It looks quite Spartan inside. There is a simple altar. There's like rows of, rather than being like pews, there are more like little kind of planks on wood laid out where pews would be. You get the impression that this is where people they have to kneel rather than sit through any service. But yeah, looking around, you don't see anybody at the moment. Though there is a thick smell of incense in the air. The air is slightly hazy. But you don't see anybody. Doesn't seem to be anything going on there at the moment.
Come back out, look at Rory, nobody home.
Interesting. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So, I'm assuming you're kind of exploring the temple district a little bit, seeing what you can find.
If that's okay with everyone else, yeah.
Yep. So, as you walk around a little bit, you pick a side road to start going down. You quickly find that this is obviously the Draconic wing, as you see some small temples to the Draconic pantheon here, including obviously Temple to Bahamut. You kind of keep your eye out because obviously Rhaegar's been talking about it. You don't see anything to lend this.
How about the other guy?
You're looking for Null.
Not necessarily, just out the corner of my eye.
Yeah,
Just in
do me a perception check as you're going around.
I wasn't prepared for this at all. Give me a second. Perception.
Okay. So you're kind of keeping an eye out for all of it. You do notice you don't see a building particularly dedicated to Null as you're looking around. You see there's a temple to Tamara. There is a temple to Asgorath. Don't know if that name would mean anything to Ruri. Yeah, probably would. You got no drone. Well, Asgorath is seen as the leader of the Draconic pantheon, although not as widely worshipped as some of the other gods are. Astilabor, Garrix, Halal. I mean, these are all quite small. Each one's like almost looks like it's probably no more than a room. But as you're looking around, you do notice on the kind of almost decorating the front of the Temple of Bahamut, there's like a carving that's clearly meant to represent Bahamut. But as part of the carving, it appears almost like he's throwing down this five-headed draconic figure, which you assume to be Tiamat. There is a figure in the carving, kind of almost carved to make it look like they're stood somewhat in the background, in heavy black robes, but obviously these carvings are somewhat anthropomorphized. But it appears to be like a skeletal dragon, which does remind you a little bit of what little you've learned of Null.
I don't like that.
But so that's the only thing that you spot that has any kind of bears any relevance to Null.
Okay. I wish Rogar was here. He'd love to see Bahamut's temple.
I mean, I'd say it's not huge. It's not a particularly grand affair. The Draconic, yeah, a lot of these buildings do look a little bit pushed to the side, sort of thing. You know, they look like an afterthought.
I'll I'll remember where it is in case we ever want to come back.
Okay.
And I'll keep going.
You keep looking around, and you spot some of the more minor gods. You do notice there are a few here that are, for example, you see a temple to Bashaba, who you don't know a lot about. You know her as being the goddess of misfortune. There is a temple to Cyric, who is known as the god of lies. It does seem like Bane is not the only generally considered evil deity that has a place of worship here. You see as you carry on walking around, you see a temple to Denir, god of knowledge and of writing. And as you go down, you spot there is a temple to Milil, god of poetry and song. And then just a little past that, there is a small temple. You recognise the symbol on it. There's actually two symbols sitting next to each other. One is an upright coin with a profile of a figure facing left. You recognise that to be Wakeen, goddess of trade, who you know a bit about as being in the mythology and the legends of the Pantheon as being a close friend of Lyra. Next to that coin, you see is the triangle of 3 six-pointed stars. The symbol of Lyra herself.
Oh, that's so cool. I start running towards it really dramatically.
Are you going inside?
Yeah.
So it's it's a pretty pokey little building. You go inside, it's not a lot bigger than the room that you stayed in the night before, but it's quite richly decorated inside. There's a lot of wall hangings in like rich plush reds and purple velvets. The altar has a few gold or at least gold leaf ornaments laid on it. You know, the candelabras, large ornate bowl carved on it. And as you enter, there is a couple, small halfling, a couple of halflings, both female. Both appear about middle-aged. One of them is, let's say, bronze-skinned. She has short, dark hair that flicks up at the front. She's portly, even for a halfling. The other is more chestnut-skinned in tone, and she's got like a wild mass of bright red hair that looks like it's been dyed. It doesn't look like a natural red. It's quite a bright, vivid red. And she looks up as you enter. They look like they both just sat there on the step in front of the altar, having some kind of breakfast or lunch, actually, I suppose it would be at this point. And she looks up at you with a warm, beaming face. Hello there, child. What can I do for you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to intrude on your
Not
meal.
at all, not at all. The house of Lyra and Joaquin is open to all at any time.
Well, my name is Rory. I'm a recent. Well, I don't know how to explain this. I'm dual faithing.
I see. Well, this is a temple of dual faiths, so...
Of course, that's lovely. See, I'm a worshipper of Sunni, but I am also a worshipper of Lyra now.
Another child of our mother. How wonderful. Come, child, come. And she rises and she moves, despite being, you know, the halflings tend not to be the most graceful, but she does move with a... Almost like a dancer herself as she comes towards you.
Yeah,
Hands
child
outstretched.
of Lyra. Cool.
Well,
Is she really small?
she's
She's a halfling?
How tall are you again?
I'm like 6 foot.
6 foot. Yeah, she comes up to about halfway on you.
I'll try my best to dance with her anyway.
A bit over. Yeah, so as she comes up and you kind of interpret her approach and she goes, oh, why not? It's been a while.
Oh, sorry. Last time, this is what we did last. Anyway.
No, not at all. And she takes your hands and begins to lead you in a kind of... No, oh, God, I don't really know many dances. Not
It's
quite
alright,
like
she's definitely leading.
Macarena.
lead you in the Macarena.
Time warp.
As you do the time warp again. Yeah, it's quite all right. Merlin never dances with me. She's far too serious for that. And the other halfling kind of looks up from her bowl and gives this little wry smile. So, what finds you in Elturel? There's not many the Lady of Joy here.
Well, we're just passing through, I think, aren't we, boys? Like looking at them desperately to get involved.
Gotrek does not dance.
Oh, come, everybody can dance.
Do you see these boots?
Ah,
not
well, one doesn't have to dance to have joy in their lives.
That's very true. I do need a smithing kind of feeling at the minute, but I can't say it yet.
Ah, yes, I assume you have. Yes, the city is rather strict about, well, everything.
Yes, we had got that impression, although it is surprisingly welcoming of many religions.
Well, I think it makes them feel good about themselves, but I'm not complaining. You know,
No.
they'll let anyone settle here, and, well, I refuse to be stifled by their stuffy utilitarianism. I think this place needs Lyra's joy more than anyone.
Well, I think you're right about that.
Where are my manners? I am Shayna Goodbarrel. And the quiet one over there is that's my wife, Merla.
It's lovely to meet both of you.
Yes, she tends not to talk unless it's to do business, but such is Joaquin's way.
Oh, of course, yes, the goddess of trade. Sorry, I forget myself. Well, it's lovely to be here. My name is Rory Waters. Me and my companions, we call ourselves the Burning Blades. This is Gottret, Cal, and Grishnak. Rogar's not
Alright.
here.
She smiles at all of you. Ah, adventurers. That is quite the life you lead. I tried it for a while once. Wasn't quite for me, but to each their own. Well, is there anything particular that I can do for you today, or?
No, sorry, I was just passing through. I'd never seen a temple of Lyra before, so I was just very curious.
We are few and far between. But, well, when Merla suggested that she might want to set up here, and, well, I wasn't totally keen at first, but after looking around the place, I thought they need Lyra's blessing, so here we are.
Of course, especially Elterhorn needs as much joy as it can get.
Between you and me, I think I'd rather be an arm, but never mind.
Ha. Rory's probably feeling bad that Merla isn't talking, so he sort of looks at her and says, "So, do you have anything for sale?"
She kind of swallows the mouthful she had and looks up. They don't really let me sell much out of here. They're pretty tight on controlling all the trade.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that that must feel very restricting for you.
It isn't, it isn't. You know, I work with mostly with the people down in Shiara's market, to be honest. Down on the docks. Everyone can always, any merchants looking for a blessing from Joaquin.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
You're
it's nothing like the markets of Arm, where I'm from, but, no, they have plenty of traders of fine carpets, fabrics, tapestries, various foods, perfumes, all that kind of thing.
That sounds very lovely, but it also sounds really useless.
Well,
Oh, I'm sorry. No, sorry. We're heading up the hill to the trading post outside the captain's quarters. I forget what it's
the
called.
Hall of Trade Transactions, eh?
Of course, yes. I was wondering if you could tell us about what that place looks like.
Got some stuff to sell, huh? Things
Yeah.
gathered on your travels, no doubt?
Yes, we have things to sell. We also have gold to spend.
Good luck. And Shayna kind of looks over. Mela, come on, you could be a bit more helpful than that. All right, look. You're probably barking up the wrong tree there. They're not the most... Ugh. How long? You haven't been here long, I'm guessing.
No, we got here yesterday.
Bureaucracy's the name of the game. She kind of spits a little off to one side, and Shayna scowls a little and goes over and starts mopping up. The buggers here. Everything's flat rates. They don't believe in haggling. She looks disgusted as she says this. You can go there. They'll take your goods off your hands, but I don't know. Show me what you got. Come on, don't be shy. She's getting to her feet and kind of dusting her nose. She's portly, even for a halfling.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
she's chubby.
co-face and all. I'll show her the shocking halberd and the corrosive scimitar.
Okay. So as you get them out and you show them to her, she kind of takes them in hands and turns them over and assesses them. Going, oh, this is a good piece. I can feel the magic radiating off of it. Quite a potent enchantment, if I'm any judge. Yeah. Should be worth a pretty penny. Yeah, they'll give you about 500 for this over at the Hall of Trade Transactions.
Right.
Yep. Like I said, flat rates. And even less for scrolls and potions.
Guys, I hate to say it, but I know people that I could get more money for this from.
Well,
I think I do too.
I mean, how much would that be worth if we weren't getting ripped off?
that, the proper merchant, probably I'd say, yeah, probably between 3.5, 4,000.
What?
I know.
I told you.
Look,
Fuck that. Pardon my language. Forgot I'm on
she laughed at that. No, I'm with you. Why do you think I have so much work out for me here? Like I say, they don't bother with anyone down at Shiara's market, but they're very strict on the purchasing and selling of magic items. They have to control everything. Look.
So is purchasing items a flat rate as well?
Oh, yeah. And then it's not so much that they're expensive, to be fair. They're not that pricey to buy from, you know? They just don't sell you anything good. They keep all the good stuff for themselves, for the Order of the Companions. It's not great. I tell you what. You seem like a decent sort, adventurers and all that. Since you follow the good lady of my wife here. Where are you staying? You down in the marketplace?
No, I think we're the Black Antlers, I
You're
believe.
staying at the Black Antlers, are you now?
No, sorry, my mistake. We're not staying there.
She
We're
winks.
staying
She
at-
laughs and just winks at you. I don't care. Well, look, if you're already at the Black Antlers, ask the bar staff about Strux.
Struts.
Strux.
Strux.
Yeah.
Ah.
Tell 'em Merla sent you. Merla Goodbarrel. They'll help you out. Well,
Cool.
they'll put you onto someone who might be able to help you out. He's an interesting character, but he'll pay you a fair price for your goods.
That sounds good. I'm actually friends with the dwarf who works there already. I
Oh,
can
well.
feel a real rapport going on.
I don't think he's going to be our friend.
Why not?
My friend.
Yeah.
Well, it was Grishnak who broke the door frames and also had to pay for the new tables.
When did you break the door frame?
I didn't do that. I had an arm wrestle. I had a drink.
Aye,
and
you
I
had a
woke up.
drink and then you turned into a bear, from what I recall.
Grishnak.
I
Like-
don't remember doing that.
Also, Gotrek, I'm digging through the bag of holding. There are like 3 quivers of arrows in here. Why do I have these?
Do any of us even have anything that could fire an arrow?
I think it was because I can melt it down and make some stuff from the arrowheads.
Oh, okay. I shoved them back in the bag.
That's pretty much it. Anything else in there?
There's lots of stuff in here. Lots of shiny stuff. I've got the great sword and the spear. Oh, we've also got that map. Maybe we should show that to Leosin. Why didn't we show that to Leosin?
Oh shit.
Okay. Okay, we can do that later. He'll come back. Okay, I think we should go.
Yeah.
Well, Shayna speaks up. I'm glad we could be of some help. And comes over and places a hand like warmly over your hand, like both hands, like one below, one on top. Go with Lyra's blessing, my child. I see her light on you. You do feel a bit of a warm glow coming from hands.
It was lovely to meet you. I can't really bless, so I guess I'll cast light on her holy symbol.
And she chuckles like,
Trait
"Oh,
I get from Asima.
will I never? Thank you."
You're welcome.
As you turn to go, she takes a holy symbol and hangs it up just behind a jeweled chalice so that light shines in such a way to scatter reflections across the room.
Oh, she's good.
Smiles and goes and sits back next to the not outright surly, but certainly less jovial Merla.
Nice.
So, where are you headed next? Anything else in Temple District, or?
Have we explored all of it?
More or less, yeah. You could keep looking. There's going to be various. Is there anyone particularly looking for?
I just don't want to miss it in case for example, off the top of my head, if there's a really big temple of Kasuth, or like anyone else that we know.
I'd say so. In the walking around, well, okay. So you carry on doing some more laps to make sure you don't miss anything. What does strike you is there isn't a dwarven section. The dwarven pantheon does not seem represented here, and you certainly don't see anything to Kasuth.
Cool. I'll make a mental note to ask
Which,
about that later.
to you, Cal, you're not surprised at this, given some of the conversations you've had with him. So, was there anything else? Where would you like to head next?
Should we have a look at the trade place down here? If it is flat rate, we might be able to get some cheap spell scrolls. Maybe.
They keep the good stuff. Is that good stuff, do you think? She said they keep the good stuff for themselves.
Yeah, but it could be like what they could consider bad might be very situational for us.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It's up for people. I don't.
If you want to, we can definitely check it out. Yeah. Want to do something if you want to do it.
Yeah, I just want to have a quick look, just to be
man.
like, quick.
Okay. So
I'll have that charisma ready as a backup.
So you head down to the towards the towards the high hall.
Yep.
So yeah, just outside of it, outside of the wall surrounding it, there are it appears like a compound of various buildings. It seems to serve a number of functions, but you ask around, you're pointed towards one in particular. It's a small building, same white stone that most of the structures around here are made of, although it's kind of connected to a large warehouse set behind it that seems it's not constructed the same material. It's your standard brick and wood. Going inside, yeah, you find it's kind of like a waiting room. It's got again the simple white stone interior, with little bits of decoration here and there, but it's not too grand. It's not too garish or overdone. It's just got like rows of wooden chairs along the side. There is no one currently. Doesn't appear to be any other customers currently, and there is a male half-elf kind of scribbling away on various bits of paper that he's then kind of stacking up next to him, sat behind a desk. Looks up as you enter. Yes, what is it?
Hello. We're just here to browse. If that's all right.
Here to browse, are you? I see.
More specifically in the realm of magical items and what you have available.
We have various things available. What are you looking for?
Do you have a catalogue?
I can give you. I have various manifests. What is it you're after?
So it's more specifically to amulets of protection or orbs of power to store magic.
No, we have nothing like that. Not for sale.
Do you have a forge?
We have scrolls.
Do you have
Yes.
a forge? For use?
Absolutely not. No.
Ah,
The
shit.
guild handles all of that business.
Right.
We have scrolls, yes.
What scrolls have you
kind
got?
Digs out roots around in the pile of paperwork next to them. Kind of not in a kind of confused sense that they do seem to know kind of pretty much exactly where what they're looking for is. Pull out. We can facilitate you with. I believe we have some scrolls of detect magic, scrolls of magic missile. Let's see. No, that one's out of stock right now. What have we got? I would say that we've got. Oh yes, we appear to have some spell scrolls of Find Familiar, Speak with Animals.
Speak with animals? That's not a wizard spell, is it?
I think it might be. I mean, it's not only wizard spells that you can get scrolls of.
Ah, yeah, sorry.
It might be druidic.
It's only wizard spells I can put into my spell book, isn't it?
Yes.
I want to speak to animals.
Let's see, what else have we got?
I can speak to animals.
Oh, of course you can.
We have inflict wounds. No, wait, we're out of stock on that one.
More on the side of wizarding.
I'm sorry,
If
what we got? Tensor's floating disc. I believe that is a in the wizard school. Feather fall, plenty of those. What else? I think maybe we have a couple of illusory script kicking around.
That might be interesting. Illusionary script.
Illusory
How much
script,
for
yes. 700 per scroll.
You're shitting me.
No, I am not shitting you. Are you buying or not? I have a lot to do.
Sadly, I can't afford that. That's out of my price range.
Gotcha.
Well, then
I
I'm
just
afraid
need to
you're
ask
probably
you
not going to
very-
be able to buy afford anything that we're selling.
Would you honestly spend 700 gold on a scroll of illusionary script?
Just gonna whisper. No,
Or a floating disc.
no. They're right about being ripped off. This place is insane.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Yes, and you? I'm just kind of instantly back to their work.
This place is an absolute like hole for money. It's insane.
Bureaucracy.
It's total shit. Write this city off.
Well, at least the beer is cheap.
There is that.
I think we've been overpaying for the beer, if I'm completely honest.
I think you overpay for beer everywhere you go.
It's just the
We
way.
do.
That's partly my
Just the
fault.
way.
Sorry.
It's the Burning Blades way.
Tip well and break shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we head back?
Yeah, we could ask the dwarf guy about Strux.
Yes.
So, heading back to the Black Antlers. So I'd say probably by the time you've done all this walking around, Elturel isn't a small place. It's not as big as Neverwinter, or certainly not as big as Waterdeep, but it's still fair size. So it's given your late hour of rising, and it was. You're into the afternoon by this point, probably mid-afternoon by the time you get back to the Black Antlers. So yeah, you going straight to Ulbrich?
Yeah, I think we should find Rogar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll check in on Rogar first.
Yeah.
You find Rogar is still. Well, I'm assuming Rogar, you're still in the room.
Is he still in the room?
Has he got his mic muted?
Is he
No.
muted?
No.
Might have gone pee while you were doing all this.
Fallen asleep.
All this trade nonsense.
Just
Hello?
stood there.
Oh,
Hi.
oh, oh. Hello.
He has awoken from his slumber.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. That's weird. I had to turn my microphone to the laptop and then back to my headset.
Oh, bizarre. No, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm just sat in a chair staring at the eggs for however many hours.
They've been gone about 4 hours or so.
Okay, I think I would have gone downstairs, maybe help clean up, and I don't know, then grab some
Okay.
food and drink and brought it back up to the room.
Yeah, you got some smiles as you help clean up, and they seem a little bit appreciative of it. They also, you get the impression that, I mean, the dwarf seems like he's always surly whenever anyone breaks anything, but you get the impression from a couple of gnomes that they're kind of used to that sort of shit.
Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, I don't stay out of the room for too long, like, you know, a few minutes at a time. So make sure I've always got one eye on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it
Yeah.
passes uneventfully. Yeah, no one tries to sneak up to the room, anything like that. The eggs remain safe.
Cool.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's it.
So as the rest of your turn, so Rory, are you going and asking Albric?
Yeah, why not?
So as you approach, you kind of raise an eyebrow. Oh, aye, you're back, are you?
Yeah, I'm back. So I've been made aware that some shenanigans went down after I went to bed. So very sorry about that.
Are you telling me?
Yes, I will endeavour to not let that happen again, and I think we may actually be gone tomorrow. So you're in luck.
What a shame.
Yes, I know.
But
I'll
he
miss
does.
you
He
too.
does smile. Hey, well, you pay for your drinks and your food, so
Yes, yes. I've been. Well, today I met a lovely halfling couple. I met Sheena,
Shayna.
and Merla Good Barrel.
Oh, Merla.
Yes.
I know Merla.
She sent me to ask you about a man called Strux, who may be able to help us out.
Aye, did she now?
Yes.
Well, I know a man named Strux. You want to see him,
Is he
do
not
you?
a man?
No, not really. Not in the. Well, he's not a human.
Okay. Is he a human?
No.
Okay.
Look. And he kind of leans in and gestures for you to come closer.
Shuffle up.
You promise me you ain't gonna go blabbing about this to the authorities.
No, I know I look like a tattletale, but I'm not, I promise.
You got a little bit of a goody two shoes about you, but
I'm a rebel, I promise.
Oh, are you now? Oh, are you now? Alright.
Yeah, speak directly into the microphone.
Well, I can get all the Strux for you, and as he's not a criminal, just he trades it's not strictly by the books for this city, alright? So on the hush.
Of course.
Alright. Go up to your rooms. Room rather. He'll be here before long. Just have to go and find where the bastard's lying around.
Thank you.
No worries, no worries. Do. So we're on 5-2. How is everyone? We can like wrap up very soon, or we go another 15-20 minutes. How are people feeling?
I think 15 minutes.
15 minutes. We can get some of these
That's
things
all right.
sold. Yeah, I reckon we can do this transaction stuff. I reckon. Okay, so heading up to the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give Rogar some entertainment.
So as you head up there, I mean, are you all heading up there, or are you just you, Ruri?
What do you guys want to do?
Godric, Krishnak, Cal, what are you up to?
Yeah. I think I'd have stayed upstairs when we came
Okay.
back.
So yeah, so you're all up there. A few minutes go by, probably about 10 minutes or so. And there comes like a knock on the door, which causes it to kind of wobble and sway. And I'm assuming, Cal, you've got the doorstop back in place.
Yeah.
So it doesn't wobble too much, but obviously you can kind of see around the door a little bit where the frame is buckled, and there's obviously somebody stood outside. I hear somebody was asking about the grand and esteemed Strux Viviard.
Yes, that was me. Do you know him?
Yeah, it is me, you fucking lemon. Open the door.
I opened the door.
You see, stood before you. The first thing you notice about him, he's a goblin.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hey!
It's not spoons, is it?
It is not Spoon. No,
Okay.
this goblin, he's a little tall for a goblin, actually. Quite fat. He is a rotund goblin. He's got... he's wearing slightly tarnished finery, including a little, one of those almost like Tudor-like caps with the feather in it. And he's obviously trying to be as well dressed as possible, in the way that
children's clothes.
you look. He's probably gone to like more like halfling, but like in the way that Spoon looks like all of the stuff he wears has been cobbled together from different outfits. This guy looks like he gone and got tailored, but he also looks like he spilt several drinks and meals down it. He comes striding in, over his shoulder, with a fairly large sack.
Oh,
That he places. It doesn't look like bulging full. It's just quite big, which he kind of comes in and lays down on the floor. Well, I heard someone had some business they wanted to do, off the books, as it were. So, what are you buying? What are you selling?
I think I look at everyone and this goblin like, what have you been doing?
What do you mean?
it's a long story.
Who is this goblin?
This is Strux. He's going to...
The grand and esteemed Strux Viviard. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so this is Strux, and he's gonna...
Rolls his eyes.
And he's gonna exchange of goods and services, Rogar. The shopping district was terrible. They have rules about everything.
Oh yeah,
And you
no,
know
they
how
want
much
to
I love
control
rules.
everything. You know what? They won't haggle.
Yeah.
So it's a fair price. What's the problem?
Aye, it's not a fair price. 700 gold for a simple scroll.
Kind of waggles his finger at Rogal, looking at you. Clearly, he's not the one I'm here to do business with. So come on then, what you got?
Okay. I'll start digging around in the bag. I guess I'll lay it out on the bed. So I'll
It was
do.
Did we get that? Sorry,
What?
magical armor. Did we have that as well?
It was the broken magical armor.
Yeah, the broken magical armor.
Yeah, we've got that. Yeah.
That is okay. Cool.
Well, yeah,
you
so
wanna keep
you
that?
lay everything out if you want to talk me through what you're putting out and what you're going to try and
Yeah.
sell him.
You
So
could
shocking
probably-
halberd. Sorry, Grishno.
Sorry, I was just going to say you can probably repair that armor when we get back to the spell forge.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So maybe keep that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So shocking halberd, corrosive scimitar,
Mm-hmm.
+1 greatsword, +1 spear, potion of vitality, and the string of pearls.
Okay. So,
But that golden sapphire ring, that's worth a fair chunk as well.
Yeah, I thought you wanted to keep that, or was that
It
the
does.
platinum ones?
I know.
Platinum rings we wanted to keep.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll put the ring out as well then.
So, it looks over all the pieces. All right. Well, let's start with these. And he picks up the string of pearls and then kind of examines the ring. And he kind of looks at both of them, holds them like close to his eye. He actually fumbles in a pocket and draws out one of those little assayer's eyeglass things, like peering at the pearls and looking at the gem on the ring. All right then. Well, let me see here. I would say. So he quickly goes and pulls up notes. Bear with me 1 second. Not in that room. Right. Well, I'd say the string of pearls. Ooh. Say 250.
Not bad. I suppose that leaves you a bit of room to get some profit.
Well, you know how it is. Pearls are, they're nice pearls, don't get me wrong. Pearls aren't exactly rare, know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially on the Sword Coast there, emphasis on the coast. Yeah, 250 I'd say for the pearls. This ring's quite nice. Ooh, give you 800 for it.
Upsell it more.
Do you think maybe paying 900 for the ring?
900, you reckon? Ooh, I could probably go as high as 850.
875.
875. Do me a persuasion check.
900.
Damn it, Grishno.
Can I look menacing and do an intimidation check instead? Not like super menacing, obviously, but just like.
Just a touch of menace.
Go on then, I'll allow it.
It's the men instead of is.
Oh well.
It's more of the is.
Put your teeth away, my friend. No, I'm sorry. I don't think this is quite worth that. Look, honestly, mate, even at 850, I'm cutting my own throat.
So you tell you what, boys, we've got some big ticket items coming up. I reckon we settle now, and then, yeah.
Aye.
All right,
Cool.
so should we say then that's 1100 for the pearls and the ring both?
Yep,
Put
sounds
them
good
to
to
one
me.
side, and he does. He starts like he goes over the table and starts laying some coins out in little stacks, and pushes that to one side. So that's for your jewellery. What
put it
else
all
have
in
we
the
got
great
here? What do you
bag.
want to show me next? Oh, got some nice pieces here. Let's have a look at this potion then. I think, it's quite a fine piece. Get a pretty penny for it. Ooh, 700.
No.
No, you say. All right.
It's a 9.
900. Oh. 800.
850.
Ooh. 825. He's got a grin on his face.
What do you reckon, boys?
You go a tiny bit higher and go maybe like 840.
Ah. Go on then, since you're good sports about the jewellery. 840.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Kind of takes the potion, puts it on the table, and just slides a couple more stacks over.
Give me a sec to wipe this up. I don't have a big brain.
It's okay, I also am adding up. No, I don't have a brain for numbers, I'm terrible.
It's cool. I'm adding it bit by bit to the group loot. So we don't
I'm
fuck it
writing
up.
it down for what it's worth.
Okay, cool.
Good stuff, good stuff. Right then, what are these other 5 pieces we've got here? Ooh, picks up the scimitar. Very nice, very nice. Kind of holds up and examines where the acid's just... You can just see these little almost droplets condensing on the blade. That itself is like a kind of a darkish, blackish green. This is quite a piece indeed. 3,000.
4,000.
4,000 you say?
I do.
Oh, I don't know if it's quite worth that, my friend.
No.
3,200.
35.
Ooh. 34. How about this and the Albird? I'll do both of them for 3,400 each. How's that?
Call it 7, and we've got a deal.
He looks at it, he's like, hang on a second now, mate. That's the same as 35 each.
How about 6,900? Nice.
Nice. All right, deal.
Yes.
All right, and then what we got here? I'm guessing it's the +1 weapons now.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay.
So far, we've got 9,300 in the group loot.
Now we're making some money.
He takes out instead of sliding stacks over with those two, he actually just puts a pouch next to the stacks already there. These two, I mean, they're a little bit basic. I won't lie to you. You know,
Yeah.
there's nothing too special to their enchantment from what I can ascertain.
So I'm going to be upfront with you here. I sold a great sword very much like this, and I got 560 gold.
Did you now?
I did. To a friend of mine in Waterdeep.
And Waterdeep is a much more competitive market.
Oh, that it is. That it is. Go on then. No messing. 560 each.
Good with you boys?
Aye.
Yep.
Deal.
I have no idea what is happening.
You're making some
called-
money, my friend. Far
Aye,
more than you would
trade.
if you'd gone up to those stuck-up bastards up by High Hall, I tell you.
11,800 and... No, 11,583 gold.
Cool.
Total.
Why do we need this much gold?
We don't. That's
Aye.
why it's great.
Actually, we do. That money can be put to the creation of many things.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
yeah, but
Bit of a
Well, no,
tinkerer, are
no,
you, my
no,
friend? Looks to you, Gortrek.
Not more of a tinkerer, more of a forger. And I'm just going
I
to
see, I see.
put my hammer on show like that.
He
and this.
walks over and peers at your hammer, and then kind of like starts running some fingers across the arm
Aye.
of your plate. Oh, this is fine work indeed. If you're ever willing to part with it, I'll pay you a pretty penny, my friend.
Never.
All right. Well, doesn't hurt to ask.
Aye.
I'll tell you what, though. Just you remember the name Strux. I travel up and down this land. If you can't find me, you can probably find someone who knows more or less where I am, or could get in touch with me if need to.
I think I can get in touch with you myself.
Oh, there you are then. There you are. So, yeah, if I'm ever in the area, if you ever got anything nice, I'll be glad to buy it off you. Give you a fair price, eh? Gives you a wink.
Nice.
Excellent.
You don't... Gotrek was looking for some scrolls. You don't have any to sell, do
Oh,
you?
you're looking to buy, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I've got a little bit of a hodgepodge. Let's see what we got. He
So you
rummages
can give
around,
your own gold back.
puts the sack down and starts rummaging around inside. Pulls one out. Got a scroll of fireball here.
Oh, no, we're fine for fireballs.
Oh, you know. Oh, well, yeah, no. People tend to be
Ooh,
actually. It's a bit of a common
I
one.
might take that. How much for that?
Scroll of fireball.
Aye.
Oh, I could probably do that to you for. Let's see. As an aside, Gotrek, I'll just give you a heads up because of how the magic works. So Cal can make scrolls of fireball.
Oh, can he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But no, I thought cleric scrolls were different to wizards.
If
scrolls.
you can, because it's on both spell lists, and also strictly speaking, fireball isn't a cleric spell. He only has it because he's of that domain.
Special.
Oh, okay, right.
Special.
Okay, I get you. So he
So
could
I
actually
think
make one for
I'm
me.
saying that because I think you would be aware of this. You would know this.
Right, okay. Then I shall not.
Okay. You sure? All right. Well,
I.
if I can't tempt you, I can't tempt you. What
Actually,
else have we got?
There was one in particular that I was after. Let me
Got
just check.
a scroll of locate creature here. I got the one of
Ooh.
these, quite rare. You know, if I can tempt you.
What does it locate?
Creatures, mate. It's in the name.
Anyone? Anything?
As far as I understand it, now bear in mind, I'm no mage, but Sunlight, you got to know what it is you're looking for. But if you know what it is you're looking for, if you're close enough to it, it'll give you a sense of its direction. And if it's moving, you know where.
Do you happen perchance to have a scroll of counterspell?
Counterspell. Ooh, might be that I do actually, as it happens. Rummages around. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Scroll of counterspell.
How much for that?
350.
That's not half bad.
Going once.
Aye, can we take that, please?
Absolutely. 350.
Aye, can we use the money we've just
Yes,
gained?
I'll
Okay.
take out 350 gold.
Thank you.
What else do I have here? What we got? What we got? Protection from energy. Some people find that useful. Some don't. What else do we have? I've got a scroll of levitate here. Can't seem to shift
Ooh.
that, to be honest.
Wait, I can fly.
Good on you, mate.
Where was this so-
What else have I got? I've got a scroll of protection. Now, it's not strictly speaking a spell scroll, but it has some uses. This one, I believe, is protects you against undead.
Aye, that might be useful. Is that only one individual, or is it
Yeah, I'm afraid it is, mate. One person.
should we take that? I might be able to way of integrating that into something.
How much is it?
Go. Scroll protection. I'd say. Ooh, let me just check my list. Yeah. I'd say I'd do that one for another 300.
Would you like it, Gotrek?
Sorry, wheels are turning. I think yes. If that's okay.
Yeah?
Aye, yes, please. If that's okay with everyone else. Sorry, it's a bit expensive, I know.
Like I'm not saying that I need it, but I'm sure someone else does.
I'm just thinking that I might be able to create something that will enhance it and have a more permanent use.
Oh, I should have charged more for it then. Oh well. It's
Too
yours
late,
to do what you
drink
will. It's yours to do what you will with. The deal is done. What else we got? Alter self.
I think that might be it. I think.
Yeah. Can't tempt you as a locate creature. Alter
I mean, you
self.
could.
Make yourself look
But-
like wherever you want.
I have a very strong suspicion that Cal, you could figure out how to cast Find Creature if we needed you to, right?
I'm pretty sure I could.
All right then, fair enough. Well,
Do you have any pipe weed?
pipeweed.
Yes.
Let me have a look. Rummage around the bag a bit more. No, I'm afraid I don't seem to.
Bloody hell. This town is so
Wow.
boring.
Look, stuff like that never travels for long, you know? That's just how it is. if I've got a long time on the road. You know what I'm saying?
I get you. Yeah, I get you. I bro fist.
What about steak, razor blades, and pirate DVDs?
Ah, now some of them I've got. Also, I've got some lighters with little leaves on them.
Oh, that's so dope. I'll have all of them.
Anything else I could do for you while I'm here?
You got any magic items or weapons?
God, what have I got? What have I got? I've got this. I've got this hand axe, basic enchantment on this one. What else? No, I think that's all I've got for weapons at the moment. To be honest, I got cleared out last time.
Straight up, does he have a pearl of power?
Do I have a pearl of power? Sticks his hand in his bag. Pearl of power. Huh. Pulls his hand out. And he's holding a large pearl. It's about the size of an eyeball. Happens I have got one, yeah. It's not cheap, mate. To you, 8 grand. Mate, this is a powerful item.
What does it do? Gotrek.
It restores some magical essence to the user.
Aye, that's pretty strong.
Okay.
Well, just gonna whisper over to Roy. I buy one, or I can make one, but making one might be a bit of a bitch.
Do you do payment plans?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll have to leave it, Gotrek. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm fair with that. Do you put stuff on hold?
No, mate. Sorry, I can't be sure when I'll see you again. You know.
That's true. That's fair.
Just out of curiosity, what would you pay for, like, off the top of my head, like a blue dragon scale?
Blue dragon scale.
Yeah.
Depends how big the scales are, to be honest, mate.
I'll hold my hands out.
Oh, wow. It's quite a big scale.
Yeah, just, for a friend.
That size, I think I'd probably pay. God, it's hard to say. There's a lot of uses for them, but it's finding someone who knows how to use it, you know what I mean? But if I was taking them to a right market, maybe something Waterdeep, I'll probably pay 400 a scale. It's a fair price, mate. I mean, unless you know what you're doing with them, they're not really of a lot of use. And again,
Can we do quick maths? So 400 scale, we sell 20 scales, we get the 8,000 that we need.
So we don't. No, I asked because we don't need to sell them now, but if we ever run out of all this massive amount of gold that we have, and we don't need all the scales, then we know.
But we could just trade. Yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
no worries.
I think the scales would be best left in Gottrek's hands to do something special with, if I'm honest.
Well, that's fair. Not going to blame you for that. Like I said, they're worth a lot more to someone who knows how to do with them.
Cool.
Yeah, is that everything then?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Unless you sell pets.
All right then, fair enough. Well, it's been a pleasure doing business with you lads. Like I say, Strux is the name. Selling things is my game. I look forward to seeing you all as returning customers. Have a good day. Ta-ta.
It's been a pleasure.
Picks up his sack, swings it back over his shoulder, and marches out whistling to himself.
I just turn to Roga and say, I'm sorry that we do these things in front of you.
What a strange little fellow.
And that is where we'll end tonight's session. Well, I hope you enjoyed the drunken shenanigans.
That was a lot of drunken shenanigans.
That was fun.
It was about an hour and a half of drunken shenanigans, and then an hour of quickly getting around the town going, right, you wanted to do this, 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 and this.
Yeah, it's good. We don't do a lot of drunken shenanigans.
No, it is good. And it's that thing of, we do what you guys want to enjoy. So
I mean, it's a good job that the town was quite shit, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is a little bit shit. Elturel is an interesting place. but it's that whole. It depends how much you're interested in wading through, trying to deal with the various bureaucrats, and obviously if you ain't got much patience for them, then yeah, there's not a lot there.
I mean, obviously, for like a party of like noble paladins or something, would probably buzz.
Could be. But yeah, no, Elturel's an interesting place. So yeah, we'll leave that for tonight, and next week, meeting with the Zents. See what comes of that. I know, right?
Oh,
Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and anyone watching, hope you enjoyed as well. Join us next time as we continue this adventure. Good night, all.